powerful item.
I mean, okay.
So it's just a hunch.
Uh-huh.
I just think
Are
that
you
things are gonna
thinking,
go
are you saying
horribly
that
wrong.
Lucius did something wrong and is completely cursed? Like, how dare you say that about your friends?
I would never say that
Wouldn't be the
Lucius
first time.
cursed.
It's fair. Uh,
You cursed me by cutting George Bush's head off, and now I'll never be able to play him.
I didn't even do that.
No, I was talking about DM.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me. I was like, I didn't do that.
Technically, alright. I didn't cut his head off. I cut his entire body off.
Oh, well, yeah, true.
Oh yeah, you bisected him horizontally at the hip.
Yeah. He's still a plant, though. He's still alive.
Also, from what you said, it wasn't a cut; it was a bite.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was the description I gave, was he was bitten. So someone got a free salad. Hey, look, Robert, they cut the grass just like you used to as a kid.
Oh, nice. You're just pushing into my life history.
Yeah. It's perfect. Oh, man. Also, welcome, Wolf. You've apparently scared half of the party just having your presence be here. So for note,
boy.
just in the near future, just show up randomly into the VC unannounced and see how quick everyone panics and starts wondering if the BBEG is going to show up.
I
Are
like
we gonna
wolves here.
destroy another continent? Because last time
I
was
used
real
to turn
fun.
them over, but they're funny.
I'm just never worried at this point.
You might destroy another continent. It depends. I can't say it won't be Wolf's fault. I think you've done enough on your own. Oh, cool, it's him. Wow. Wow, Caleb. The disrespect.
I've had many of great battles with Wolf, so I have a respect.
That's fair. Oh, you know, they sell shirts like that at the Highland Games.
I battled a wolf, so I have respect.
No, demand the myth, the legend. So
Oh, wasn't looking at chat.
no worries. Oh, listen, also, if you do battle with Wolf, I mean, that's in its own right something to be proud of if you're still standing.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that, Chief.
Oh,
Like
you want to
IRL or
volunteer,
D&D?
Cook? Well, it's fair,
No,
Cook.
I'm
You
good.
are finally
I'm good.
stepping up. You did mention you wanted to replace Wolf in every way, so, you know, come on, let's
I don't
step
remember
up.
saying that.
I'll get the boxing gloves.
I
Don't worry,
remember.
we'll give you some headgear, Cook, to
Justin,
make it
don't
fair.
try to throw me. Don't try to do this to me. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Don't worry, Cook. We'll give you some headgear. We'll make it a
I
fair
am being framed.
fight. No, it's totally Cook. Yeah. Yeah.
Throwing people under the bus is my job, and it's not until tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
thank
trust
you,
me,
Robert.
we know.
You can throw me under the bus tomorrow, Robert. Thank you.
No, yeah. Cook, if you want to be the number 2, you just got to step into the ring. Like I said, man, we'll get you
I
some
don't want to be
gloves.
the I don't want to
You
be the
know-
number 2 of anything.
On the bright side, Monday, if Ashton throws me into the bus will die, not me.
I mean,
Yeah, Daka's the leader.
is he?
I guess he. Well, I mean, he is the true king now.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in our party cares that you're true kings of all of our weird personalities.
Yeah, probably.
Also, most people can tell you taking any deals from the gods like Thief is just you're just asking to watch it blow up in your face.
Well,
the truth
I mean-
is, I'm sure that God knew that Bastion was essentially the leader, but was smart enough to not say it.
You think so,
You
huh?
think, you think
I'm-
so?
Maybe.
He's. I mean, maybe. I
I
don't
know he
know
still
if
did
he-
something to me, so who knows?
Maybe he was like, okay, this guy's lying, but I'll just go along with it. I'll do something to him.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
You know, maybe Thief saw you as less interesting than Daka. Let's be honest.
Could be.
Fine by me.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. You know, in any case, being considered the least interesting party member is usually the best way to survive the longest. The less unassuming you are.
I mean, DM member, less height, less interesting. Look at Bastion.
So next time I'll just play a boring, just human guy who all he want to do is just adventure. That's it.
He's confused.
No,
He goes
that's
from an
the next
average-
character. Damn it!
Hunter, it'll blow up in your face. Everyone's
God
gonna be
damn
interested in you and why you're with these lunatics.
And he
No.
gets scared, and then demons get summoned.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even.
That's
That's my next character.
Be prepared, boys. It's going to only get worse. But it's 3:03. So we come back. You know what? Just to be an ass. Maya, what did we do last time? Do you remember at all?
Sadly, I
You
got
weren't here for the last
amnesia
segment.
from plot-driven sources.
Right, you're
Maya,
right.
remember you were training people, Maya. Don't you
You know
remember?
what? No, you know who knows what happened? I think Carl knows what happened.
You
I
know what? You're
blacked
right.
out.
Carl, you're up. Congratulations. The buck got past you because Chastin wanted to. Remind me what happened last time.
Nah, I gotta try to remember what happened last session.
Congratulations, figure it out.
Or you will be punished.
No, I won't punish you. I'll punish Cameron on Friday, though, for some reason, just because.
Okay. Interesting.
As he thinks. Come on, you're a DM. You should know that. You should memorize these things.
Yeah, and I'm drawing like a large blank. I know we did things. I know
All the pressure's
we-
on you.
I know. Hawkins' wife came and we had a nice little wee chat with her, followed by Hawkins' brother coming in and having a nice
Chat's
chat
the
with
wrong word.
No, let him tell it. Let him tell his side, alright? I didn't ask you, Cook. I asked Carl, so unless you want me stuck with it. You know, actually, fine. You know, Carl, you did a good job. Cook, congratulations. Fucking tell me what happened last time.
Alright, so, my brother came to town, which was definitely very interesting to see as, there was a little shoddy, emotions between me and him. But, my wife is in town and he was able to relinquish this weird, spell that was done in on this, wife of mine, or at least, person I wanted to wed. He casted, I believe, a 10th level spell, or 11, to get rid of that, at the cost of, as far as I know, her speech. Let's see, what else happened? I believe in that session, Chastin also talked to Teg about the child in the basement that was a succubus.
True.
And that went on for a little bit. And besides that, I remember nothing else besides going and burying the dead child. And then my brother saying, hey, yo, if you make this choice that I'm not going to tell you about, I'll kill you.
Fair enough. Decent enough summary. I'll take that. So, with us coming back, in between sessions, the party had about 5 days, as we had missed last session, as we had a small party. In between those 5 days, the entirety of the party would move to the new capital of Eagle View, a stronghold in the in the northern portion of the Orklands, that had been basically a mountain at one point that would be eventually hollowed out by the dwarves. The party would spend those 5 days relaxing, getting ready for the next coming session, with the pebble having disappeared. What?
Sorry, I thought I was muted. I coughed.
Oh, okay, you're good. With the Pebble having left the party, taking his knights with him and not explaining where or what he was doing, just vanishing as the rest of the party would head through the Arcane Gate with the Teg and the remaining NPCs of import. You lot would spend your next 5 days relaxing and enjoying yourselves, where some things in the background would happen, such as Lucius's bag of holding just vanishing. As well as a couple other things we won't be going into. However, during that time, Hawken would spend some time throughout the local city, visiting a couple of the taverns and reaching out and letting his intentions be known of his interest in the whereabouts of the princess herself. Upon returning...
Do you want me to roll that charisma check?
Nope, you don't need to know.
Okay.
Upon returning to the capital and the stronghold itself, Hawken would find a letter waiting for him in his personal study, which, if Hawken would love to read it out loud to the party, as I imagine he would tell most of the rest of his crew what's going on. You can read it to whatever amount you want. You're not forced to read the whole thing. It's up to you.
Yep. So yeah, you know, y'all will probably be in the, the conference room or the meeting hall with me, and I'll get this letter. Okay. All right. Respectfully swallow an orc cock, for all I care of marriage and your kingdom. If you wish my hand, then give me a crown of my own. Otherwise, like my brothers, you can enjoy a nice cannon shot just for you. Mirrors held up and okay, just other information. Yeah.
As you lot all now stand in the early afternoon in the central meeting hall of the stronghold itself on the 15th floor of the massive fortress, you have been all gathered as Hawken has read this letter out to you lot. A soldier has been appointed in the meantime, as you all have been known to take over for the Pebble for the time being and assist Hawken in his guardly duties as he is reading this letter out. Adrin, would you like to describe yourself as the rest of the party sees you kind of standing behind Hawken at attention?
Yeah. So Adrian, while here, will have his helmet off, although he will usually be wearing it. He is wearing standard plate armor, a little nicer looking because of his higher rank. There's some purple cloth mixed in throughout. His eyes are also purple. He has a long sword on his side, or on his back, and a short sword on his hip. And he is an elf.
Okay.
Of some kind.
As he stands at attention, kind of guarding, God damn it, Hawken. As Hawken begins to read this letter out, a light knock in the background can be heard on the meeting hall. Meeting hall being just this large room that seems to take up half of the floor of this portion of the mountain, with a large table set up, individual plates set out, glasses of wine. The knights standing, or a bunch of officers standing in full plate armor off to each of the sides of the room, basically at attention the entire time. And as you read this letter out, Hawken, you are surrounded with as well Teg and a few of the other more important orcs that have come, as well as Lord Ayaz. And as you finally confirm, a lady, or a Sir Calbridge, who, as you find out later, was apparently, supposedly, the one that was being kind of handed off as a daughter, as he has now joined you in the capital in his full gold plate. They kind of stand off to the sides as well, at one of the sitting at one of the chairs, listening in. But as you hear the light knock, a scout comes in immediately, not even waiting for you to answer, and goes, King Hawken, we have an ancient elf asking for you. You see this young half orc standing in leather, a couple of daggers on his hips. He is one of the local recruits that has been picked up from amongst the troops, who has been assigned by Teg to work amongst the vanguard.
Let them in.
He goes, "Yes, sir. Yes, your liege." He starts breathing him in and walking out, and you hear him start shouting down in Orcish. For those who speak Orcish, you hear him shout, "Let the diplomat in." as it gets shouted at the top of his lungs. And about 10 minutes go by, and in comes, well, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. I am a 8.5 foot, extremely fucking lanky, skinny elf. Older than fucking time. Like, hair's starting to recede, which doesn't really happen often with elves as they age. Magic kind of glowing off of these robes and a staff that he wields. Runes kind of emblazoned up and down his little vest that he wears under his robes. But just like a fucking walking stick bug. Glowing eyes with tattooed runes up above the cheekbones and a little circlet that crowns his head. That's kind of what he looks like. And he comes in and regards you all. Excuse me. I was asking for an audience with the king himself.
You have it.
Look around at all the other people in the room.
You see the giant, well, not giant, but just a few inches shorter than you, Scrofe, that you haven't seen a Scrofe of this size before, let alone one that so clearly wears the very well-known battle arraignments of the Scrofe people. By that, I mean none whatsoever.
Should I post the art? Should I
You're
find
welcome,
it?
too.
I'll find it.
You see a much older-looking human, also standing off to the side, with a very kind of a rougher-looking beard, wearing nobleman's clothing similar to the one that immediately speaks up. You recognize as Hawken of House Firecrest, who's as a famous assassin at this point, ironically, or to his own detriment, rather. His portrait is almost identical to the wanted poster that he has out. As well as then you see the very common-looking elf knight that stands behind Hawken, and then lastly, of course, the very well-dressed in a full suit, wearing a strange mask, and having a little turtle, a human that is somewhat shorter and scrawnier than the average human. Immediately you pick up that it's an orc, but it's a black orc in that, but, you know, due to the fact of your own background. But he seems to be portraying himself as a human, from what you can tell.
Gotcha.
And that basically describes the party as you see them. Besides the two normal-looking humans off to the side that seem to be unimpressive, both wearing full plate, and the Master of Arms tiefling that's just sitting there, in again full armor, covered head to toe in studded leather.
Gotcha. It has come to my attention that your kingdom is severely lacking in the magic department, and I was simply coming to offer my services at court, my liege.
What a coincidence. I was just gonna look for someone to do that. What a
coincidence.
I know, right? What's your school, if I may ask?
Transmutation. I am quite adept.
I do like the sound of that.
Do I see this Carl figure here?
Yeah, the one that I described earlier that seems to be trying to portray himself as a human is fully
gotcha,
coming. Yeah, he is a. You can see through his mask. He is a black orc. A
He's
very
a wizard.
small one at that. He is also, yeah, you can definitely feel the magic coming off of him the most out of the entirety of the group.
Gotcha.
Yes, I would.
My king,
Right.
do you currently have a court mage?
Carl, did I give you the position of court mage? I don't remember. I'll be honest with you.
I believe you told him you'd think about it later.
That's
You
right.
were
He didn't.
Because I literally just met the man.
Then I wish to offer my services.
What services can you offer, my good man?
Whatever my king would wish.
What do you want out of this?
Let's call it job experience.
Fair. I was thinking about starting up a magic academy. I'll give you control over it. You can be the headmaster. Does
I
that suit
believe
your
that would
fancy?
fit right in with what I wish to do here.
And that works.
You see Ted kind of smirks and looks over at you, Hawking, and goes, "You're going to just let a man who's just walked in take over an entire school of magic without questioning his allegiances or why he would appear? I mean, pet caster of his level would be quite known, I feel, in the world."
I
As
like
he
the
kinda
cut of
looks
his
over.
jib.
You carry a strong sense of magic yourself, don't you, my lord? What is it you do here?
Tex smiles and nods and goes, "I serve as the master at arms for his liege, House of Firecrest, and have managed to train the entirety of the army who stood for the house. I have over and over again proven my loyalty, even during the attack from Chantrell that unfortunately culminated in our previous town."
Well, that must be no small feat for a mere tiefling.
He looks over at you and kind of gives a smile and goes, "Yes, I imagine the same for you. High elf?"
Wood elf.
Interesting. As he looks back, "Do as you wish, liege, my liege, as you are the one who would know better than any of us." As he kind of turns and stands up and exits the room out one of the side doors.
You know, it's a gut feeling. I can't help it. Oh my god, Maya.
That's exactly the level of humor I expect from Maya.
Listen.
No more.
Wood elf?
You guys missed this, don't lie.
I did.
I'm making
I did.
up for lost time.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure that out of all of us, Robert loves it the most.
Yeah, I remember that one session, Robert. I didn't even make most of the jokes that episode. In fact, I made like the least. And he's muted.
He's probably still
I
light.
just want it to be known.
Mhm.
This is what Wonder comes up with for wood elf spelled like that.
Wood.
So
You know?
many questions.
Elf.
Character, guys.
Why did she have
Wood.
goblin hat ears?
I think elf would.
Hey,
Oh.
you know what this reminds me of? Elf on a Shelf. That Elf on a Shelf, the joke I made earlier.
Now we're just doing jokes in circles.
Circles
Oh.
back, yeah.
Excuse me, my king. Do you have any shelves around here?
Shelves.
It's where I dwell.
Never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
of no importance.
Okay. But if you want, we could have some shelves built wherever you need them to be.
Yes, as many as possible, but that will come later.
For my children.
All right. I've lost my composure.
Oh.
Thank you, Sigrun, for your comments. Because I'm pretty sure you
I
said this
haven't
in
said a
character, and
single thing.
No,
Are you hearing
no, I
things?
totally believe you would have said that in character.
I worry for the king's health.
Don't worry about it. I've just been insulted by a dwarf princess, and I'm debating on whether turning her city into rubble or not.
Is it the one who I think it is? Because if so, my vote is yes to the rubble.
Tina?
The Heli? Yes?
No,
Dwarven princess?
No? Oh, I didn't hear Dwarven. I just heard princess.
no, Dwarven.
No, yes, Sigrun, you've been away for quite a minute. I am currently married.
Yes. Congratulations. You just said it was not going well.
What?
Or is it?
It's not bad. All
You
right.
see Teg
Nonetheless.
pops his
You're
head
giving me
back
mixed
in.
signals.
Suddenly, for a sec, he pops his head back in as the door opens. He goes, "Ah, yes, the royal prince shall be here within the next 9 months. All has gone well. Don't worry, Sigrun."
Oh,
As,
I thought you said you were married to a princess.
Teg nods his head and closes the door again.
I'm going to have a son. The prince coming in 9 months.
Are you pregnant?
Sigrun, how much have you drunk today?
None.
Okay.
You are being very vague. Listen, I don't know what's in your pants.
My wife is pregnant with my son.
What is?
Are you sure?
The monster hunter
Is he-
dudes.
Lucius, not you! Son.
Are you certain it's yours?
Yes!
Okay, cool.
His lip is twitching.
Can I insight check?
Can I insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, does he know it's his? Truly the
16.
question.
Alright, Sigrun.
I got fucking 24. That's probably a wasted roll, but I'll take it.
So Hawkins pretty confident. However, you both have heard rumors around the castle that there's been some interesting comments about a woman of Hawkins' wife's design, let's say, features, skulking around the barracks as of recent.
Okay, I believe in your faith, my friend.
Well,
yes.
Congrats, Hawken.
She pats your shoulder.
Do we have, Lucius, have you found anything about Bloodmane? I know you want to kick that bastard in the ass.
Last I heard, he was an Abaddon, right? DM?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, something.
Last I heard,
Wolfman sent
he was an Abaddon. I don't think that's really anywhere we want to go right now.
Sigrun and I plan on talking with my wife's noble house in the Heli to see what we can do about freeing Scrofane.
Of course.
Sorry, continue.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. That's why I've been listening. But do we have any word on the Pebble? I'm aware he's missing.
I have no idea. I need a scout.
Suddenly, the half-orc from earlier comes jogging in and goes, Sir,
Investigate the disappearance of Pebble. And come back to me with information.
He turns and starts
And
walking out.
keep your eye out for a bag of holding as well.
He turns back around and goes, What's a bag of holding?
Such a vague ask.
Do you... Are you in need of one? I thought you had one.
No.
Oh.
The orc kind of looks about and kind of looks at you and goes, What's a bag of holding?
Just carry
It's a
on.
bag that holds things.
Just carry on.
No, I think he turns their chugging off.
The
Lucius,
master
did
like a bag
something
of
happen to your bag of
Yeah.
holding?
But I imagined he would have told y'all
No,
during the week
yeah.
off.
Yeah,
Uh,
alright.
So
yeah,
to
I-
explain, you all would be informed that Lucius, during the 5 days, some point his bag just vanished. Yeah.
One of the many great mysteries of the world.
have I already implemented some orc leaders to the towns?
Yes.
Okay.
Soldiers have been being put into charge. Adrin, who is serving as kind of your elite guard at this point, or guard captain, would have already been able to show you his recruits, and that he is slowly establishing the army's position in the capital now.
Can any of you amplify your voice at all, or just amplify voices in general?
I don't have any such abilities other than shouting loud.
Alright,
I do have
So-
big lungs.
Back on the topic of Princess Tina. She's in Thramgallen. In the upper district, the noble district. Guarded by 200 of her elite guards and roughly around 500 of her supporters. Now, she insulted me, and I'm having conflicted thoughts on how to deal with her. Anybody have opinions before I decide on what I should do?
If we want to be on the safe side, I'm confident that, well, with Carl's help here, that the two of us can go scout the situation
Mm.
more thoroughly. to
I
make
could
sure
also
nothing goes
assist in investigating.
If you think you can be stealthy.
It more depends on the terrain, hooves on stone is iffy.
Carl, have you dealt or investigated our arcane gate any further, or do you not know much about it still?
Dan, what would I know about the arcane gate situation?
That you're not the one who activated it, and you have no idea who has a spell powerful enough, other than supposedly that Chantrell dude who got to activate it previously. You're not really sure who activated it this time, nor how it works.
Because I know we used the arcane gate to get to here.
You did, but you don't. You never got told who activated it, and how they activated it.
Unfortunately, no, Lord Harkin. It seems figuring out the original source being more trifling than it should be.
Is Teg still here?
Teg left, but the older elf is still standing there, listening in on everything.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna ask him next. Oh, by the way, I didn't catch your name.
As Hawken turns to the old elf.
I prefer to remain anonymous, my liege. I am happy to be referred to as your servant, your mage, by my title here in these lands, and nothing else.
Okay. Well, as
If
you are
it
going to,
pleases you.
it works for me, and since you shall be the headmaster of the magical school, I shall refer to you as headmaster. Is that okay with you?
Of course, my king.
All right then, headmaster. I would like for all of us to go to the arcane gate, and for you just to take a look at it and see what you know, or what you could tell us about it.
Well, of course. I'm happy to help in any way I can.
All right.
As
On we go then, I guess.
You all stand up. The two lords, Sir Calbridge, and Lord Ayaz decide to retire to their rooms to begin planning their own expansions and plans to deal with the other noble houses. As though the rest of you come together and start heading down to the next floor down on the 14th level, you find yourself in the large open floor plan where the arcane gate is still activating and pulsating. There you see Teg standing with two other tieflings who seem to be in mage robes, carrying staffs of their own. Teg seems to be telling them something in Infernal.
I speak that.
You do? So what you catch
Yes.
I also do.
is Teg basically explaining to them to keep the arcane gate open at all times and to continue to study it until the time has come.
Cool.
But as you all walk in, he kind of turns and goes, "Oh, my liege, I see you brought the headmaster with you."
Yes. I wanted him to, take a look at the arcane gate, see if he might be able to share insight on it.
He looks at you and goes, "Well, as you can see, my liege, we've already have it powered. We have no need for the headmaster here to involve himself, as I still highly recommend giving state secrets away to a person that just showed up out of nowhere is not to be recommended. Maybe he should have to earn his position just like the rest of us had to before you give away such powerful magical items at our disposal."
Well, didn't I do
And
the
how
same
would
thing
you
for you,
suggest
Teg?
I earn this?
He kind of looks at both of you and it completely ignores you. Wolfengut looks at Hawking and goes,
Of course.
"Yes, my liege, but I have proven myself time and again, from the fight with Chantrell to gathering information and getting you every resource I can make sure to. That you expect me to trust a random elf that has just shown up out of the blue, and is someone as powerful as him with his magical capabilities. He should be known throughout the world. We should have heard of him. I mean, look at Zilpip. He couldn't go a step out of his door without the world hearing about him. You think a caster of, in all honesty, from the magic I can sense off of him, his capabilities are probably that of the same, or if not higher."
Would you rather me deny him and see what happens?
Are you stating, my liege, that you are afraid of a powerful magic caster, the master assassin, the man who's managed to take 2 kingdoms of his own, assassinate a fire giant, wipe out an entire continent? I mean, you've challenged Logothus, a god of the beyond himself, and walked away, and yet you are cowering from an elf with powerful magic?
More concerned about the people around. But I get where you're coming from. But still, he's an asset. He is an asset. Why would anyone refuse him?
It is as you wish, my liege. And he claps his hands. The 2 tieflings back off.
All right. Let me take a look at this gate.
All right. What would you like to check out about it? As you look over the gate, being made of some sort of like mix of granite and something else. It's an actual doorway that has been basically created to give a frame for the spell. You can tell that the bottom of it has some sort of orb to it that seems to gather mesna in the form of a crystallization, and seems to use that to power the spell. As you look about, you can see on the grounds all around it is a large arcane gate ritual spell. It'd roughly take an hour to cast with some decent casters. The magic's old, but not the oldest you've seen. You'd guess maybe somewhere around the Written Age this was established. And beyond that, it's nothing really that unique, at least by looks of it to you. To commoners and those who are not as capable of casting, this spell is well beyond most of you and your capabilities for how it's able to continue to maintain itself. Whereas Arcane Gate usually is only up for a certain amount of time.
How large is it?
The gateway itself is about 15 feet tall by about 15 feet wide. But as you look at the ritual circle around it that's carved into the stone, even for the slightest cracks that you start to notice where the spell actually extends, and as you kind of give a look around without an Arcana check, you can tell immediately that the spell circle around it is actually something different. It's not fully being activated, but it encompasses the entirety of the mountain by your rough estimate. So you'd guess maybe 100 feet wide is the true spell circle. The one in the room, though, currently is about, you guess, maybe 30 feet wide.
Okay. Can I roll Arcana to see what the
Yeah, feel free.
true spell is?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can PM me what you rolled if you don't
Yeah.
want to let your modifier be known to the party.
Imagine it's like a -5. He's actually really bad at magic.
He's actually, if you realize, he's actually not a caster at all.
No, he's just a dude.
He's a level 20
Mhm.
rogue, actually.
Doesn't
Yeah,
even
he's just
level.
got really strong magic items. That's what the energy's coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you start to look it over, I mean, yeah, the spell circle they're currently using has been modified over the years. It's pretty crudely designed by someone of a lower rank. Someone who's probably only capable of ever casting up to a 9th level, probably, and it modifying the spell, thinking it was something different, and we're trying to make it more efficient. As you kind of look about the circle, you immediately recognize that they both managed to make a new spell without their realization, but they also made it so they couldn't activate it with the normal amount of magic that a normal caster would have. I mean, normal being someone that's not leveled up as a wizard properly. But as you look about, the true spell is actually a arcane gateway to Moors that is supposed to permanently open and actually expands what the gateway is now to what you'd guess is probably to let an army through. Your rough guesstimation, based on the history of this place and knowing a bit about the area, would be that most likely either when the dwarves ruled these lands or when the orcs ruled these lands, one of them stupidly came up with a plan to try and conquer Moors for themselves, and had created this giant spell circle originally. And obviously it never got used, as there's no historical accounts of any army ever invading Moors. So you're not sure why, but looking at the circle, it looks like everything should work with that ability. It's probably to the level that someone just didn't have the magic, as your guesstimation.
Gotcha. Look over to Teg. And then look over to the king. I recommend this is immediately disenchanted and destroyed.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Oh no, I was just
Little
agreeing
one
with you.
over there?
Okay, you don't need to insult my height, sir. I am tall for my age.
Tag looks up and
How
says
old are
technically
you?
he's not.
I am 25, sir.
Ah, understood. You have much more growing to do, I assume.
Forgive me for asking this, Headmaster, but why should we destroy this arcane gate?
The doorway itself, the gate that exists at the moment, is of no consequence. However, a larger spell lies upon this mountain. One that doesn't have quite the juice to kick it off yet, but could be very dangerous for you and your kingdom.
Teg, do you know about this?
Hags looks at you and goes, well, my casting capabilities are apparently not nearly as high, when my understanding of magic is definitely not as high as someone who can
I
see
would
the
like
truth
to
of
insight
everything.
check
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
that.
Oh no. Okay. As you go to inside it, he is telling the truth. You can immediately tell he does not seem to have, or at least he doesn't believe he has the casting capabilities, that you do.
I agree with that. I understand that. With my insight, I'm trying to see if he's expressly leaving anything out.
No, he seems to be telling you the honest truth. It doesn't seem that he actually knows that this circle is larger than it actually is, or that it has a different capability. He seems to be telling the truth. However, you do notice the two tieflings with him do seem to have a better understanding as casters, but you also recognize that their highest spell slots are 5th at best.
Gotcha.
So.
My liege, I will open up a telepathic link between the two of us.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Cast a spell. And I would like to say in your head, there is the possibility of a larger gate, one large enough for an army to come through, that connects with the plane of Moors.
Just the eyes open wide, like, huh?
And I assume that anyone with enough magical prowess to be able to open this gate, or anyone with the intention of doing so, may be able to hear us even now. I kind of want to look over at Teg.
He seems to just be kind of waiting to see, like, he's looking at you two, but he doesn't seem to notice that you two are talking to each other.
Okay.
He just seems to be waiting as if you're supposed to be saying something, and he's very confused on why it's quiet suddenly.
Of course,
I'll say out loud, out of that. Of course, please just consider my recommendation. I know I have much trust yet to be gained. But the line's open.
In my head, I'll ask, do you have the capabilities of changing the location from Moors to anywhere?
I may. It could take some time.
For the time being, I would like that deactivated, but if you can produce something that can send an army anywhere, that would be desired. And you have a template right here.
As you wish, my liege.
Thank you, Headmaster. Take as much time as you need.
You hear Ted grumbling in the background as he just walks out of the room.
I start to walk through the room, casting Fabricate over and over and beginning to set up a workshop down here.
I will tell the two tiefling casters to assist the headmaster in his endeavors.
They both shake their head and walk out of the room.
What? Yo, I just got denied.
I should not be the one to have to tell you this, my liege, but disobeying an order from the king is grounds for punishment. And to look like a strong leader, you may want to act on that.
I intend on it. Bring those two back. Where are they?
The guards kind of both look at Adrian as they stop and look over at him, waiting for his command.
I'll just give him a nod.
They both stand up immediately at Hawkins' comment and come to attention, slam their two halberds onto the ground, and start running out, and you can hear their heavy-plated boots as they slap against the ground.
On another note, I have to get to Gollum, whatever it's called. I need to make myself clear to the princess. By the way, has our ship been finished yet, or no?
You were informed that Carviel has been waiting for you for 4 days, and he's been in Burnside Fort this entire time.
The portal still leads to Burnside, correct?
Yes.
All right. Oh, damn. Shit. I'll nod to the headmaster and say, I'll allow you to carry it out then, if you so wish.
As you wish, my king.
Alright. Talking to the rest of the party. Let's go back to Burnside Fort and pick up our ship.
Oh, yes, I'm very excited to see this.
As you start to walk out, you suddenly hear the grumbling of, "Who the fuck left me at the goddamn fort with 5 fucking ships, a cannon up the ass, and a payment overdue? I swear to God, I'm gonna gut that king and shove my fucking flintlock right up his nose."
Adrian's gonna get in front of Hawkins in defensive posture.
I'm just like, why would the cannon be up his ass?
You hear doors slamming open with Matt loud echoing as suddenly someone comes up to the door, and you hear the guards yelling, and suddenly one comes flying through the room into one of the fabricated shelves that the headmaster just created, completely falling over unconscious. As you recognize this, Adrian, that was one of your personal officers that you chose.
Soldier.
Carter comes walking in his very simple leather suit, his fully set up, or his broken up shorts are torn and burnt, all different portions, little potions and vials of shit all over, little bullets hanging on like two things of cloth across his chest that are just little musket balls. And he comes walking in, or stomping in heavily with big feet, and he goes, where the hell is that damn Hawken and his stupid fire-crested ass?
Hello.
There you are. Oh, hi, Sigrun. He suddenly just stopped looking. How's your day going? As he kind of like licks his thumb and wipes his eyebrows.
Aside from the fact that my best friend of most of my life is missing in action, fairly good. How's your day, Ben? You don't sound very happy.
No, I'm not. That little bastard over there of a whore decided to leave me high and dry with a bunch of ships at my dock while he managed to conquer a country. Do you know people are angry and trying to steal these damn things on a day-to-day and you don't even show up to pay for them? You damn piece of crap, Hawken. But I got the keys as he tosses it.
Did we pay up front or half up front?
You did pay up half up front.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't leave him high and dry. Who does he toss the keys to?
He tosses these gold orbs on a chain to you, Hawken, as he throws them over. He goes, "Listen, there's 7 ships. They've been personalized, and as far as it goes, you owe me for this work. You remember that?"
Of course.
Yeah, I remember paying for the ship.
Yes. Good. Now, as we promised, you said you'd get me in touch with, or you'd put the good word in for Lord Zarius, correct?
Well, Sigrun, did you... Yeah, you got that, right?
I haven't had a chance to meet with him in person, but yeah, if you send me the letter, I'll write it now, and if not, next time I see him, I will tell him all about this. I only
Oh,
got sidetracked because we had to, you know, conquering, killing of queens. It's messy business.
Oh, and by all means, feel free to set up shop in the city down below. Make a port if you wish. You may have control. You'll be the dockmaster.
Carville looks at you and goes, "Wait, were you talking to me?
Yes,
Why do you have a giant elf with you?"
he's my headmaster.
First you pick up this lot. Where's Pebble, by the way? I like that shirtless fool.
Unfortunately,
He's
he's
my
gone
friend
missing.
who's missing.
Wait, that's the Stay around, I'll have him here in a week. He turns and starts marching out the door.
That would be very kind.
You see him
He's
slamming
very
doors.
enthusiastic.
As he comes like walking out, you see him slam against one of the doors, and you see a bunch of other gifts standing out there, all in different shapes and sizes and colors. And he goes, "Boys, we got a hunt." And you see all of them start smiling, and they end up taking off and disappearing.
Damn. Well, at least he's not angry at Hagen anymore.
Oh, we got ourselves a fleet.
Yes. Hopefully they find him soon then. Probably quicker than your scout will. No offense. Poor guy seems overworked.
So who's on the ground? Is it Gordo, Sweet, or Suave?
As you look over, you recognize it's Swaff, and his little revolver he has is split in half. And he just, as he kind of stands up and wipes himself off, he just looks at it and puts it away into the holster and just kind of bows and starts walking out. As all of you see this, like, about 5-foot-ish, short, dark-skinned human wearing black plated armor and carrying two strange-looking styled flintlocks on each hip. He's pretty short for even a Nord standards. Immediately, Haken, you'd recognize this. He's definitely not a Nord. He is of one of the lost and forgotten races of Incremia that the Nords originated from. Off the top of your head, though, you don't recall the name of the race. However, for those who've been around for long enough and remember Nick, you'd recognize this guy looks similar to Nick in some of his features on his face, just older.
I would. Wouldn't I?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he looks very similar in almost all of his appearance, except that he's darker skinned than Nick and slightly shorter. But otherwise, it's almost uncanny. As he kind of nods to Adrian.
Oh, that is uncanny.
And he just walks out and goes back to standing at the door as he closes the door behind him, as you are all still left in the headmaster's room as he's sitting there working on the benches, starting to getting his fabricated bench back to work.
I refabricate that bench, telekinesis this unconscious body out of my workspace. And I'll kind of like flick my wrist and you see the stone move out of the walls and a bunch of large constructs come out and start to assist.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way, so we don't see the 7 Zeppelins because we're still, okay.
Yeah, I just put a note of that for my own mention, because I didn't know if you had caught that, what I said, so I wanted to make sure it was posted.
Yes. And the golden keys that I've been given. Folks, I think it's time for us to head outside our city walls and see if these keys can... Actually, I don't know what these keys do.
Are they not to the airships?
Well, yes, but whether they bring the ships to me or not is something I don't know. Headmaster,
We will
do you mind
find
taking a
out.
look at these keys and tell me if they're just normal keys or if they have magical properties to them? I am unknowledgeable
course.
in the ways of magic.
Yeah, I'll go over.
Without
and
even
identify
rolling,
them.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
looking at them, your capabilities are high enough to immediately recognize. Each of the little gold balls on the ring represent a different ship to attune to, and that basically, as you look at, they light up as you attune to the ship itself. As far as if the ship is in the thing, you don't sense any presence of a different magic item there, but you can sense a lot of powerful magic coming from right above the stronghold. You'd guess probably someone capable of almost a 7th to 10th level of an artificer probably created something this as you look it over.
Gotcha. My king, it appears you may attune to one of these orbs, and it will give you control over its associated... I'm sorry, what are these?
These are keys to some ships that the kind gentleman has built for our
That are above the mountain? Ships above the mountain?
Yes,
Out of water.
airships.
airships.
You've never heard of an
You'll have to
airship.
forgive me. I've been away for some time. This is a strange thing that you've just told me.
That's fair. I haven't seen too many in my time. Well, I've ridden on one often as of recently. I guess I will take the time to attune to one then. I will
My
have
king,
to...
before you leave, I do have a
yes.
question for you. Do you now, or have you at any time held any allegiance with any creature of the domain of Moors?
Immediately, Hawken, your memory blanks for the last 5 seconds. So does the rest of the party, all but the headmaster.
As in, like, I don't even remember him asking
You
that
do not
question.
hear him ask that question, correct?
Do I notice that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a powerful magic that's pretty potent. Even Carl can sense the remains of it, just not recognizing it was a spell cast on him.
Can I find the source?
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
This
Who did-
bode's bad.
I can still smell it.
It's coming from Tag! Kill him!
Okay.
Yeah. You figure out where the sense of magic's going to be, where it's coming from.
Is it something that I can currently dispel, or would I have to be there in person?
You've never seen magic like this before. It's not that you don't think you could dispel it; you just don't know what it is. That's the only
Interesting.
limit here. It is.
Does it seem like when this effect came over them, did it like pulse like it was from them, or did it come from far off? Like would I have to be here or there to get rid of it?
You can tell from what you can guesstimate, the spells originates from there. So
Gotcha.
that'd be your only way to dispel it. It's very crude magic from what you can tell, and that's the only reason you're not 100% sure how to dispel it immediately.
Okay. My king, would you trust me for just a moment? I am about to cast something that may seem unsettling.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Headmaster. I just let someone who I essentially hated with my entire being cast a spell on my now wife, so I'd have to say that, yes, I completely trust you without a doubt in my mind.
Wait, say that again. Who cast a spell on your wife?
My brother who is not my brother.
And
Someone
who would
who...
this be?
To be fair, I never really got his name. He's the current leader of my former House of Windsor.
Do you know where he is at this moment?
I honestly do not know where he is. I can only
Okay.
assume he's either back at Windsor Capital. But other than that, I do not know.
Well, fair enough. I. Yeah. I would
Oh, well,
like. Oh,
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, I'm totally gonna hand one of the keys, air quote, over to Adrian or Adrian.
All right.
Yep, you're allowed to attune to
Damn.
it. You can, I mean, because you have probably an attunement slot open. I
do have an
know
attunement
that
slot.
for a fact.
Yeah, I am only attuned to 2 things.
You will be you will be the admiral of our fleet.
Okay.
okay.
Adrian will pocket that for now, knowing he has to sit somewhere for like an hour. So he'll do it later.
I'm going to stop time,
Uh-huh.
and then ask him the question again.
You're gonna ask Hawken the question again?
Yes. With only him being held out of this time stop.
As soon as
and
you
I-
go... Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to try and see any manifestation, seen or unseen, with my true sight of this magic happening.
As you go and cast the time stop, Hawken, you just see as everyone just kind of freezes around you for a moment. And as you suddenly feel powerful magic all around you, almost immediately your consciousness dissipates from your head. And as you're standing there, Headmaster, you look on and you see a strange-looking chameleon standing on Hawken's shoulder. With your true sight, you see an amalgamation of a creature that is immediately strikes horror into your very
This
fiber.
little fucker.
The chameleon.
And,
Fuck!
Oh no!
For a moment, it kind of turned, and you see it turn into its black shadow as the time stop spell you cast early just suddenly becomes its own, as you can feel it casts it over yours. And you hear as the smile slowly seems to kind of come out with the spiky teeth of this like shadowy head, not really having a central figure to it, being almost like as if it's constantly kind of moving. And the creature goes, "Oh, you fucked with the wrong devil.
Hold up.
I know exactly what and who you are. You touch my toys once more." Well, honestly, I don't care. And it snaps its fingers and disappears from Hawken's shoulder. And you don't feel where it went.
Oh, I don't like that.
Can we just appreciate this really powerful? Can we just appreciate this really powerful wizard just going, no, wait.
Wait.
As soon as it disappears, time unfreezes for a moment. And suddenly, Hawken, standing beside you is your brother in his normal wizardy-looking gear, wearing robes, being, only 5'6", currently, carrying a large staff. And he looks at you and goes, "You just really could not wait and do as I asked. I have tried everything not to kill you, Hawken. Really, I have tried this day, but you bring that," as he points to the headmaster, "into this household, and you put me on a challenge. Fine, you want a war? Congratulations." He looks at you, Hawken, and goes, "You have just gained yourself your war you wanted. I look forward to meeting you and your entire kingdom on the battlefield." And he just turns to the headmaster and goes, "You stay away." And he teleports and disappears.
Oh.
With your Arcana, you can immediately tell Headmaster that he just teleported off back towards the center of the continent.
Gotcha, but he was here physically.
Yes, physically. Yep, that was his body.
That's good enough for me.
Do you know my not brother?
No, but it appears I have a previous relationship with the creature he serves.
You know,
You
to be honest, I really, I mean, I didn't expect this to happen, but I'm also not surprised that I ended up at war with him.
Mm.
Oh, oh well. What were you
My
gonna say,
liege?
Headmaster?
I cannot tell you why, but you cannot afford a war right now. Truly, I urge you to seek peace. This is not a battle that can be won without sacrifice.
So you wish me to, well, you recommend it's in my best interest to make peace with my brother?
I do. Your forces are not your own, and I wouldn't trust anyone not in this room.
Fair enough, Headmaster. Adrian, I'd like you to write and send a letter to my brother and see if we can talk about this, as I'm a little confused on the situation on why he is so aggravated. As well as sending a letter to Tina, Princess Tina, requesting a conversation and a discussion about the future of her kingdom. And whether she can rule as its head or not. I trust you and you alone to write these letters.
Adrian stands silently.
Yeah. If Adrian's given any order.
Okay. Adrian nods and as you all now stand in this room, the headmaster clearly somewhat shaken. What would you all like to do then? Still about mid-afternoon, so.
Yeah,
So about those ships, huh? We should
yes,
check those out.
I
I
guess Adrian will go
suppose-
attune to his
yes,
key.
we shall do so in an hour when Adrian is able to attune to one.
Oh, Adrian, as you go to begin attuning, you immediately feel it almost immediately attunes to you.
Oh, that's cool.
Sick.
And you can feel suddenly the presence of the ships above you, all 7 of them, and they seem to be fully set up and ready to go on top of the mountain, floating above it.
Change of plans then. We send a letter to my brother, but we're gonna go meet the princess in person.
Okay. All right.
Let's go outside and board this ship of ours.
Yep.
Okay. As the party starts heading down the floors of the stronghold back down to the lowest floor where the exit is, Traveling the 14 floors, you see as construction still being worked on, as orcs and Nords alike are setting up facilities, some shops, or not like as in shops, as in like buying things, but as in workshops being set up on each of the floors. New roles being set up as officers are making giving orders. More discussions can be heard as ambassadors are showing up to start meeting with you. And Hawken, you get the realization as you are heading down that you're going to have a lot of work going for it, a lot of paperwork when you get back.
Yep. Also, by the way, will the headmaster be joining us, or is he staying behind?
You didn't ask him, you just left him there.
Well, I mean, I was gonna kind of assume
The
that he was gonna come
headmaster will
along.
do whatever you want him to do.
That's fair. You know, why don't you come along? Let's have some fun.
Of course, my king.
As headmaster joins you lot as you head out to the city, a rather large, sprawling city, almost 4 times the size of the very small Burnside Fort. The city is filled with houses, shops, buildings that in some cases are all the way up to 3 stories tall, made of nothing but clay and rock. As you head out, you see the 7 war galleons floating above the mountain, almost 30 stories above the ground, just floating up there, each of them standing with 12 cannons on each side. You'd roughly guess from the height, or from here, you can see about 3 decks. These things are from head to toe massive looking, and they seem to grow and shrink almost as if they're pulsating with magic. As you see, the blimps even on them seem to glow a slight purplish color with the whitened wool. You also note that each of these ships are made of a black wood and seem to be highlighted with some sort of silvery or platinum-like material. And as soon as you walk out, you see one of them suddenly drops out of the sky suddenly shrinks down to the point where you can't see it, just drops out of the sky, vanishing until it finally lands in Adrian's hand. One of the orcs comes up, one of the new soldiers that was recently brought in, and he goes, "My liege, the Master-at-Arms has stated that he will remain with the garrison in Burnside Fort for the time being. He wanted me to pass on this message. He also said that he has sent more troops to locate Pebble as you requested."
Okay, that's good.
But we have confirmed, we have found the body of the Cock of Cataclysm. He has been found, unfortunately dead, missing his head and his hands. His corpse was discovered outside the city about three days' travel from Burnside Fort.
Fuck. No.
If you want to be really concerned, that was the only level 20 with Pebble.
Fuck. I was gonna.
Pebble is the next
That is
highest
the
level of his knights.
No shit, huh?
Eric looks back, goes, Yes. We also have gotten reports. Your brother has already started massing an army. He's already gathered almost 10,000 troops, and they're about 2 weeks away from marching.
10,000 troops.
We're not sure
Right.
where he gained his alliance, but I can tell you that apparently Prince Ogain, King Ogain, and the Helly have decided to side with him. I'm not 100%.
The entirety of the heli?
Well, in all honesty, sir, I don't know Helly politics. I just know there's a lot of them from the reports we're getting. In confirmation, at least half of the noble houses of the Helly have supported them. I'm a commoner. I don't know the broad politics. I just know that Helly don't usually work together.
My king, if the dwarves are siding with them, even part of them, I don't know if it's safe for us to march into their territory for a meeting right now. No matter which side it's with.
Oh, but the Master-at-Arms did recommend taking the Arcane Gate. There is one in Thromgalen that was set up. Well, he's not sure if it'll work, but he figures your headmaster should be able to activate the spell to locate it and activate on that side. But that was the only message he gave, my liege.
That works. Let's see if we can make some alliances.
He kind of turns. He goes, if you don't mind, my liege, I'm gonna go. And he starts
You can take the rest of the day off.
Thank you. Why do they make me run between cities? Oh. You see, he starts walking down the street until he collapses in front of a tavern and is dragged in.
All right. Well, let's talk to that princess and. But what am I gonna do about my brother? He seems very angry. Very angry.
Could you perhaps offer him an apology gift? See if that'll soothe his temper?
I don't know what happened, but he seemed very crossed with whatever I did. Huh. I know you can't
Yes.
tell me much about
Maybe it's
the
something that
situation.
doesn't
Headmaster.
meet the eye. I don't know.
Maybe. I know he's stronger than we can really take right now. And with 10,000 troops, I don't think there's much that can be done. Head over to the Arcane Gate. I need to talk to my wife for a second before we head on over.
Okay. So he goes yeah. You're gonna start. You said you're gonna look for your wife, Hawken. Sorry, I was answering some PMs.
Yeah, no problem. I was I asked for the rest of the party to go ahead and go to the Arcane Gate to, try to get the door open to Thrumgolem, but I'm gonna go talk to my wife for a second.
Yeah, as you turn to head in, one of the soldiers standing at the entrance goes, "My liege, you're the queen." He stops for a second, looks at Adrian, and kind of goes, "Consort." Yeah, my
Excuse me?
apologies, my liege.
Adrian shrugs.
As he goes, I'm apologies, my liege. I know you aren't formally married at this current time. Would you prefer us to call her Her Highness or Queen Consort? I just want to make sure I have the proper title, my liege.
I thought
As he
Dad
kind
would
of
marry us before he left. Fuck. Oh shit. Well, shit. I guess I gotta get that formalized.
The guard continues to ignore as he realizes you're not going to tell him what to say. He goes, yes, the Lady of House Firecrest has not been seen in the last day."
Oh, that's probably not good.
Oh,
Are you sure, soldier?
He nods and goes, "Yes, my liege. She has not left the premise. We have confirmed that with a scrying spell when trying to locate her. But we were not capable of finding her exact location. It seems that she is somewhere within the city and does not wish to be found currently."
Adrian. Wait, no, everyone's gone. I guess I'll go to the barracks.
No, they're
Because I
still
guess-
all standing around you as you're just standing in front of the castle
You
right
didn't
now.
walk.
Yeah, you didn't move anywhere. The guard that's guarding
Oh,
the front
I
entrance.
thought they had all left already to go to the gate. Never mind. Everyone else, head to the gate. Adrian, let's head to the barracks.
Why
Okay.
don't I accompany you as well?
If you wish to do so.
I
don't have an issue.
I just have something to talk to you about.
No problem. You three can head to the gate. Headmaster, see about attaching the gate to Thromgolem.
Of course, Your Highness.
I'll nod and then I'll depart with Adrian and Lucius.
All right. So as Sigrun, Carl, the headmaster, as you all start to head back into the stronghold, back into onto the 14th floor, the 14th floor where the arcane gate has been set up. You start climbing the stairs, eventually coming in there. We will jump to you in a minute. Firstly, Hawken, Lucius, and Adrian, where are you going exactly?
Barracks.
Okay.
I'm assuming the barracks where the queen's specifically been seen
Yeah.
skulking.
As you head to what is the common barracks within the city, you go heading into this town. The town is somewhat lively, mostly with orcs and nords as who are slowly, as trade is starting to trickle in. People are starting to show up. Repairs are being still put back together as the city looks to have taken a pretty major amount of damage. But as you head towards the main barracks, one of the guards who's wearing simple leather gear seems to have bright green facial hair and bright green hair on top of his head that just shines in the sunlight. Little pale skin, gold eyes, about 4'3", kind of stands up and goes, "Oh, Adrian! Oh, shit!" And he slams. You hear him pound. He starts pounding on the door, and one of the troops comes out, opens the door, sees Adrian, and slams it shut. And you hear a bunch of scuffling and shouting. As the kid kind of stands up and goes, "Oh shit, my liege!" Yeah, stands
While
at
he's
attention.
in the time he has this door slammed, I'm just going to lean over to Hawken. As you can see, my lord, we're trying our best to get the troops ready, but it takes time.
I see.
My liege, it's an honor to have you down here. My name is well, it's not important. Allow me. I assume you're here to inspect the barracks. Allow me. As he goes to open the door, and like bows.
Yeah. Sure.
And he opens up, and as you look in, it looks like a frat house. There are blankets thrown about, beds pushed about, cards kind of scattered, tables that look like they've been shoved over and moved to the side. A bunch of the troops standing half disheveled in clothing, or some sort of like full one-piece pajama covering. Some still rubbing the sleep out of their eyes, noting it's mid-afternoon. The one you saw earlier, the half human, half orc, that seemed to favor more of a human look to them with the orcish fangs, but very pale skinned and very Nordic looking. Just a little bit larger, kind of looks, kind of straightens up and goes, "Officers, Adrian on deck. I apologize for the... Well, we've recently only managed to get the 12 troops we have here hired, so as you can understand, the barracks were a little bit of a mess when we showed up. We were not expecting you, my liege. It's an honor to have you in our very simple barracks."
It's a mess.
Yes, the men are on break, midday break. We are not. We've been training the last couple of days. Teg had implemented the what do you call it, the Sigrun training method. It was 4 days of straight training, no rest, and 3 days off of complete relaxation and vacation. We are currently on that time period, my liege. I apologize. I will have the men ready within the hour to move out if need be. He just kind of stands, like, waiting.
A clean army is a good army. Let's keep it that way. Here on out.
He nods and goes, "Of course, my liege. There's no booze in the household, no women in the barracks. All the men are fully set up. It was unfortunate we did not know that you were coming. Officer Swaff did come by recently, just moments ago, and well, he did mention that he was heading out for the day to go get his flintlocks repaired, if that's who you're looking for."
No. I'm looking for my wife.
You see suddenly all 12 men break out in a cold sweat.
The first one who tells me where she is will get the least painful beating.
Can I smell her?
Give me a perception check.
That is such a creepy way to say it.
Well,
Do I smell?
wow, I rolled a 4 and a 5. Let me see. It's a 11.
Booze.
Which soldier do you smell the queen on? Or is it all of them?
So the queen's well known for wearing a very specific perfume. In fact, the fact is that Heli perfume is very notable because it's a very high quality. In the common market of the Nords, it would go for around $2,000 or 2,000 gold pieces for a small bottle. The stuff isn't cheap, so it's not common that people would buy or have on them. Also note that none of these men are married, being one of the specific things that Teg requires when bringing in new troops. And with all that padding said, you can fully smell the entirety of this barracks smells like her. And it's strong.
Damn, where are the training swords kept?
You guys like wearing perfume, huh?
In the back room, so the barracks is a single solid building, just like a row house with bunks, and then has a separate area in the back that has a common area, a bathroom for shower, for what is a automatic water pump system for showering daily, and then a area for sparring in the very back of it with like a sumo ring that's about 20 feet. The building in all is a pretty large building. As you mentioned this, Lucius. The guard that has been speaking up to this point goes, we had a old man come through recently that had mentioned he was a friend of Teg's. He said something about having bought a perfume and tried to offer it to us. He sprayed a bit of it and the stuff hasn't left the room, unfortunately, since.
Soldier,
Yeah, I'm insight
if
checking
you-
that shit.
if you lie to me,
Go ahead and insight check.
I will have your head on a wall.
And
Adrian's gonna grab a training longsword.
Carthen like you can all see as Adrian's walking to pick up his sword. They are sweating even more than when Hakan came in. What'd you say, Lucius?
I only rolled a 10.
For insight?
Yeah, insight.
He seems to be telling the truth. That's pretty much all you get.
Okay.
Then just continue. The half-orc kind of stands there and goes, my liege, if
cast
you're
detect-
looking... Oh, what? You cast what?
I cast detect thoughts.
He, he is full on telling his thinking or his thoughts are roughly mostly sound of panic and concern that he's going to be flayed alive in training. But he doesn't seem to have any thoughts in his head that would tell you he was lying outright. He doesn't seem to be panicking about the idea of telling Hakan what he's saying. He's more seems to be concerned about just being punished in general for the barracks being a mess.
I'm gonna walk up to the tallest one. Keep in mind, Adrian is 5'9".
That would be the half-orc that's done most of the talking.
How tall is he?
6'3".
I'm gonna reach up and put a hand on his shoulder. Adrian's smiling. I'll ask one time, do you know where the queen is, or has she been here? While he still has detect thoughts going.
He looks at you and goes, from my understanding, she's not been here when I've been here. Whether or not when I've been on patrol or in training, I have no confirmation otherwise. His head is completely blanked. He seems to be telling you outright with the truth. Or his depiction of the truth, at the very least. He's not having to think about it.
This one's clean.
He looks and goes, and none of the other soldiers that are currently here would be, as they've all been on patrol and training with me at all times. None of them have gone home or have been in the barracks when I haven't been here.
I'll just take a glance at each person's memories when he says that.
You mean their thoughts?
Yeah, just checking their service thoughts, because they would be thinking about it.
The one in the front who had originally opened the door, the short one, seems to have some very concerning thoughts about something about panicking and hiding someone that's in the training room currently.
Adrian's walking towards the training room, but he's grabbing the one that's panicking and pulling him by the arm with him.
Shit. Sir,
Follow.
sir, please, I didn't do it. And she
He's
came
going
on.
to stand by the door.
Lucius, stand
None
by
of
the
them
door.
are leaving.
Sir, sir, she came on to me, please. My liege, I didn't do it. I swear. As you go into the back, you see a 6'4" tall, ginger, muscular man in full plate training with with a battle axe, and he is ripped as shit. And the kid, the young man looks at the guard, or looks at you and looks at the gentleman, and then looks around very confused.
I'm just holding him to the side so he can't move while letting Hawken walk.
Who are you, soldier?
Man looks at you and goes, "Who are you?"
The
As he
king of
just
these
stares
lands.
Hawken in the eyes as you see his. He goes, "Well, I'm from Ohio.
No!
You got a problem?"
Oh!
Look, he suddenly, you see as his ring starts to glow, and he grows to 15 feet tall. And he goes, "Is there a problem, my liege?"
Oh, so you're the one I've been hearing about.
It's funny, I haven't heard of you.
You're Barry, huh?
Might be, who's asking?
The one, the man whose identity you kept stealing.
Sorry, don't know you. You look like one of them non-important people, so if you don't mind, I got training to do. As he starts swinging his axe again. He looks back over at you as you don't leave and goes,
Huh.
"Again, can I help you, or can you piss off at this point? I've got training to do."
I push my sword into the soldier's hands. I push him forward as like a training partner offering.
Oh, that one? No, not worth it. Too scrawny. He looks at Hawken and goes, "But you know, I wouldn't mind beating the crap out of you for a few rounds. I bet you I could take your kingdom in a single round."
Wow.
No?
What's his response?
Are
to
you
that?
are you that cowardly? Ah, it's okay. Non-important characters aren't worth much anyways, as he turns his back to you and starts stabbing at a training dummy.
This is a great time to ask Kedliz where my I need to talk to Kedliz real quick.
You just in the middle of the room?
No, I'm gonna think it to my mind. Just because, I mean, I'm also very curious on, my divinity, and I really want to kill this man.
You,
really
as
do.
you think it,
But I
there's
can't
no
do-
response. Nothing seems to happen.
No, Kedliz is not there.
Seems to be.
Alright, I guess I'll leave a message, if that's a thing. Leave a message after the beep.
Yes. The divine.
Hey, Kedliz, Hawken here. I noticed that some of my divinity was leaving, and I'm wondering if I've done something to slight you, or if there is an issue.
Barry just turns to you and goes, "Why are you talking to yourself in your head?"
And, if you have any issues with me that I need to resolve, by all means, let me know, and I'll try to do my best to fix that. Have a great eternity, I think.
Barry just
God
kinda
bless.
looks over.
Praise be to Kedliz, beyond God of Cataclysm, Destroyer of Worlds, Eater of Suns,
He just looks
yada
over
yada.
at Adrian and goes, "Does he normally do this? Does he just blank himself out and stop talking? Kind of a weird king. I should be king. You're Hawken." He pats you on the shoulder as you come out of your thoughts, Hawken, and he goes,
Yeah.
"I should be king. So I'm
I
gonna
think so.
ask you kindly, give me your crown."
No.
Really?
Yes, sorry, that dialogue option is blocked.
Ah, he's self-aware. He knows. All right, you know what? I like
oh my
you.
god, he's Deadpool!
He pats you on the head and starts kind of rubbing your hair, and he goes, "You're a good guy, Hawken. I like you." But you can piss off, and he starts walking out of the barracks with the training axe still in hand, just leaves. The kid who got kind of pushed forward by Adrian is still looking very confused for a moment and goes, so am I in trouble?
Who are you hiding? Who are you hiding?
No one. I guess. He kind of looks at you.
Lord Hawk can give me a few minutes, and he'll go grab another sword.
You can go. You can train with Adrian then.
I'll
I'll sit and watch.
My liege, if I may, please beg of your forgiveness. Don't.
You have until he returns.
He's not coming back though. Lucius,
Yeah,
as you're
before
kind
Adrian
of
returns.
standing at the door, you see as this tall, 15-foot ginger, pale man comes walking out with a training axe, looks at you, takes off the chest piece that he's wearing it with one hand, just tearing it, tossing it to the side, now completely shirtless, and looks at you and goes, "Are you a king?"
No.
Alright, move aside.
I'm gonna open the door and let him walk through.
He walks there and goes, "Thank you. Good man, you're a good NPC." And he continues walking down the street.
You have until Adrian comes back with a sword to tell me.
Kid looks at you and goes, so this guy barged in. He brought in this really strange weapon. Said that if we told you about him, he'd flay us alive. He flayed one of the men alive. And he started it with, well, the flaying part, sir, he insisted on flaying from stump to, well, expand from there, as you can imagine. Did you know that it could peel like a banana? I sure didn't.
Use that.
He just showed up and started doing it and told us that he was king. We couldn't stop him. 2 of the men died trying to, after he flayed one of them. I don't know what you want me to do. You don't pay me well enough to deal with monsters like that. You're common thug, sure, I'll go and smack a guy around. That man peeled the skin off of it like a banana. Sir, you don't go back, my liege, you don't go back to normal after that.
I understand now. Well, then I appreciate you telling me now. All you soldiers can have the day off, but next time I come to this barracks, it better be clean.
It will be spotless enough for you to even eat off of if you wished.
You're free for now, but do you have any information about where my wife is?
He kind of opens his mouth and goes, "No,
Oh, God, don't lie to me.
not direct
that's what I
information. I've heard rumors per tell, but I don't think those would be fair, as we've also heard rumors of yourself, which we don't listen to, so."
Fine. So be it.
He nods and kind of turns.
I'm a little aggravated today, so I apologize if I'm off-putting.
Yes. Of course, my liege. If I will immediately dismiss myself from your view so that you will be less irritated. As he turns and starts like moving, sprinting out of the room, and you start hearing him shout orders to the others to get into the uniform and start heading out. As the barracks slowly empties out past Lucius, as the troops immediately dismiss and start going on patrol, ignoring your comment.
I yell to them as they're leaving to go run the obstacle course for the untidiness of their room.
You look at one of them and you hear them comment, "We have an obstacle course?" As they start jogging into the city.
If we don't, you're gonna build one.
As you three are having this adventure, Sigrun, Headmaster, and Carl, as you head up the 14 floors, you come to the main room with the arcane gate, and as you look about, you see all of the benches are completely destroyed. The golems are in just a pile of pieces, and the arcane gate seems to have deactivated as you walk up.
I'm sensing this is not good.
None of the guards are in the room. You don't see anybody in the halls or anything of that sort as you look around.
Sigrun gonna pull out her axe just to be safe.
Okay.
Have it ready.
I can't say it's unexpected.
Hmm.
Do I see? Is there any magical trace left from what happened in here? Was it all a brawl? What?
As you
what
look about, you
down
don't
here?
sense any magic outright.
Okay.
In the room besides the arcane gate that has been just got deactivated from what you can tell a few seconds ago. You'd guess.
A few seconds ago, we missed it by that little. All right. Can I sense if something went through the gate before it was dispelled?
Nope. You
Can I perception check?
You can, yeah, you're welcome
For
to
just
take a look. if you
Life in the area.
want. Sure. Yeah, that's fine, Carl. Feel free.
Ooh, that is a 21.
As you look about, you do notice that the crystal that was pretty predominantly full with a solidified liquid of sorts and originally is completely empty. And as far as your investigation check, Carl, as you look about, you notice that whatever took down the golems, as you kind of look about the golems, had some pretty thick claws because the stone that the golems were made of, and the metal bits are all shredded as if someone had just taken a knife to a piece of paper. It's almost gruesome to look at with how mangled the metal and stone is. It's pretty obvious this was a personal attack from your guesstimation, Carl.
Personal attack. Claws. I have no idea what could have caused this.
All I noticed is that the crystal is empty.
Can I roll an Arcana, History, Nature check, whatever, to see what kind of claws did this?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Do I have good nature? I don't have good nature.
Surprising the barbarian doesn't have good nature.
Well, it's because nature is intelligence based.
That's nice.
No, you have a good nature. You're a nice person.
For a total of...
Thanks. Pebble and spirit.
Well, soon he will be, definitely.
No! The boy.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, alright. So yeah, you as you're looking about with the nature, yeah, you immediately recognize this is a fiend. The claws are pretty similar in shape to fingers, which is pretty common amongst fiends in general. Could be undead, also, if the undead had like claws of a fiend. But yeah, these are pretty easily seen to be recognized with that.
Cool. Well, that's good. The portal's been just shut down, or has it been fully
It looks like
destroyed?
the magic's been drained from it completely, so you'd have to refill it up to start it from your guesstimation.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry. What should I refer to you all as? Do you have titles in this land?
Not as far as I'm aware. I've really only been referred to as Sigrun in my time here.
Upon hearing that name, Headmaster, you immediately recognize this is the legendary, very wealthy, almost one of the richest people in the world, Sigrun of House, or the concubine to the House of Zarius. Which you would know the House of Zarius as formidable dragon slayers who predominantly hunt very powerful and old dragons.
Interesting. Well,
My name.
And then there's the orc that is totally disguised as a human.
My name is Paul, and I am quite new to these lands, so I have not acquired a title as of yet.
Yes, we've just taken him in. I still don't know why.
Ah,
Why did we take you in, Carl?
I don't even know.
Because the guards don't want me anymore.
Pebble wanted to keep him.
Yes. My dear friend decided we would keep him, and so we have.
You also see a little like box turtle of sorts on Carl's shoulder, just kind of sitting there.
And this is Benjamin, my familiar.
He understands common. It's awesome. He's got a magic turtle.
The turtle nods. You also note that it continues to nod even after the conversation has stopped.
of course. Quite an intelligent turtle. Well, it appears some sabotage is at play, perhaps earlier than your king was hoping for. Advisors to the king, do you have any decisions that you wish to be made about this portal? Would you wish I reactivate it?
I feel like that is definitely what Hawken would want. However, if we activate this portal, do we run risk of anything bad like this happening again? Say, the fiend coming back, or could it have trapped it upon activation? I'm not fully the best at this magic stuff, but I know you can trap things magically.
There is the possibility of a fiend coming back to destroy or tamper with this. However, any magical binding we may use may not be powerful enough to keep it for long.
Would it be rather to lure it here and kill it then? Deal with it for good.
Tell me, Sigrun, do you feel yourself to be capable of killing an unkillable fiend?
An unkillable fiend. Well, when you put it like that, it's in the name, unkillable. But I've killed many a thing. I've survived many a fight. Maybe I wasn't supposed to. In fact, my life is on borrowed time now, even. If it's needed to protect the people here to fight it, yes. If you think it is an impossible feat and we need more preparation, then we do more preparation and we deal without the portal. I think it is simple.
Well,
we fight it or we wait.
It is not impossible now, but it will be soon. Very soon.
Then I feel now is the good option. Yes, Carl? You agree?
I think it might be one of the better options we have for now.
You hear a knock at the door suddenly. And,
Occupied.
Person goes, "It's Sir Calbridge, you know, the one you all thought was a woman.
You're not a
Did
woman?
we?
Oh my god.
You tried to marry me to Lucius. Well, in all fairness, my father tried to marry me to Lucius.
I was not part of any marriage. I've been part
Can I
of
come
no
in?
marriages.
Shouting through doors is not great for a conversation."
I will
Yeah, give
open
me a
the door.
second.
Okay. Carlos,
I
you
open
walk
the door.
over. Walk over to open the door, with Sigrun falling behind you. You suddenly see the red-headed with the thick red mutton chops and gold armor walk in. Now, not wearing a helmet, you see the bright purple eyes and just full gold, somewhat butchered red hair, but still to the shoulder length. And he comes in and goes, "I've been sent here to let you know that King Hawken does not want the Arcane Gate restarted anytime soon. He has decided to head out on foot to deal with the situation. and asks that you lot join him as soon as possible.
And who are
okay.
you?
Oh, he looks at you and goes, sorry, apologies, I am Sir Calbridge of the House of Calbridge, one of the sworn vassals directly under his liege. We joined after the attack of the Burnside Fort. We helped defend some of it.
I am going to telepathically ask the king, do you
Your spell
wish...
does not go through.
Oh. I'm not recasting, the spell's still linked.
Oh, I know. It doesn't seem to... The message doesn't go through. You immediately sense that there's something blocking it.
Can I insight this guy while this happens?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sweet.
What's it being blocked by?
What you immediately recognize is there is a giant silent spell being cast over the entirety of the mountain right now.
This is telepathy.
Yes. Wait, am I wrong?
Telepathy is
23.
like in your head. You can't silence that.
Let's see.
Silence the thoughts.
The voices don't shut up.
Oh, I'm actually wrong. You are correct. You do though sense the massive silent spell going off around you, but your spell does go through. I did misread it. My bad.
Gotcha. Well, with that spell going off, oh boy.
Are you all ready to fight?
My king, you are under attack, it seems.
Kill them.
All
I will
right.
not put up with treachery ever again. Kill them. I will
Do
be
I
there
see
momentarily.
anything strange about this guy with my true sight?
No, he's literally just a very weak, or well, somewhat stronger than average looking human, but still not leveled, not even to the same power ranking as a guard captain. You'd guess this boy's probably never had any actual battle experience, and he's also not carrying any weapons.
Friend, I'd like to propose something. Sigrun's looking at the redhead as she says this.
He nods and goes, yes, what?
If you tell me who told you to come here and lie, I will be gentle. As she grips her axe and stares him down.
He looks between all three of you, kind of bouncing out and goes, I was told to give this message just downstairs on the first floor as I entered. The guard there that said something about Lord Hawken, or my liege Hawken wanting you lot to meet him outside the city. Am I wrong?
What did this guard look like?
Short horns, kind of tiefling-like, but like halfling, like a half-tiefling.
Of course.
Do not believe him. He is lying through his teeth.
Mors is coming for your kingdom, my liege. I suggest you regroup with us.
You hear this suddenly in your head once more, Hawken.
Kill the tieflings.
All right, is this kid a tiefling?
He's not. He's just, as you can fully see, he is in his true
he's just
form.
A normal kid.
He's literally,
All
as
right.
you can tell, he's not even capable.
Just doing his job.
Yep, he is. As you look him over, I mean, it's not hard to recognize. He's definitely someone who grew up as a nobleman. He's soft looking by a long shot.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
He kind of looks at you and goes, I mean, as I was informed wrongly. I mean, I was told by the guard to let you lot know. I'm confused. What's going on?
I'm sure you're very, very confused.
Oh, and be sure that us are probably are running straight back towards the keep.
Oh, we'll be getting to in a minute.
Yeah.
I say how about you come with us and you know, just to keep you safe. There seems
really?
to be mischief afoot.
You would guard me? Oh shoot! You know what? Yeah, I'm down. Please. If there's someone willing to challenge his liege, I don't want to get involved. If I'm honest, I'd like to not be killed. God, you know, I just barely got away from a marriage that I didn't want.
Yes. So you come with us. We will keep you safe from any outside harm.
Yeah, of course, I'm more than happy to. As you walk over, he goes, do you want how are we pursuing? What I'm not familiar with any of this. This is all kind of exciting. What do I do?
Give us a second. Headmaster, you seem to be concentrating on magic. You have an update, I assume?
Yes. We are to kill all fiends in the city.
Ah, so like the
As
one
you
earlier.
hear
See,
this,
I told you.
suddenly the young noble starts to the gold armor you hear just suddenly pops, and you start to watch as it transforms into a giant pit fiend.
Nice.
Ah,
And so the true colors are revealed.
You didn't have to say anything, gods be damned. First, this dragon magic being everywhere, and now you're causing problems for his liege. It's gonna be easier to just do this, as he goes to smack his hands together. And you feel suddenly a strange spell envelop all of you.
Am I able to get a reaction in beforehand
Sure.
or no?
Well,
Since I was keeping an eye on him and I was with my axe, can I get a swing in before he fires anything off? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I was fully intending to attack this guy, I'm gonna be honest.
Alright, let's see if you can hit him then first.
Ooh, okay, that'll be a 26.
Okay,
Hopefully.
roll your damage.
Okay, fuck yeah. I'm not raging, that's a big sad, and I assume I'm my normal height, so I'll just roll the normal damage output then. Features, Divine Fury, is because this is, I'm technically doing or no wait. Would I get sneak because
Nope.
I have those?
Nope.
Oh. Within 5 feet, they don't count?
Not with
Damn.
not with the creature you're dealing with, nope.
No, that makes sense, probably. Okay, so that'll be the D10 plus my Divine Fury, and then I don't get the other bonuses, sadly. So this will be my baby damage output.
As you go to slash at the creature, you watch as your axe goes right through it, and you see as Carl suddenly starts bleeding from the neck, taking 19 slashing damage.
Oh, it's a good thing it was baby damage then.
And the pit fiend just laughs and goes, "You think I would use my true form here? Hell no! I'm just using this damn fool, you idiots. Of course I'm not gonna give you a chance to hit me."
Of course, a coward. I run into many of these.
You lot are really, really dumb. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you not you know what? You're not even worth dealing with this. I'm gonna leave, and you lot can figure this out for yourself. Why is there a silent spell around me? You see, as the pit fiend kind of looks about for a moment, and suddenly you watch, Headmaster, you can feel this as well as Carl, as the magic seems to slowly kind of focus in around the pit fiend, as the silent spell kind of starts to encompass it. And you watch as the box gets smaller and smaller and smaller until the pit fiend literally starts to crush, and you can start to hear the bones snapping of it. And in walks Teg, as you see him casting a spell, and he goes, killing tieflings, while it is recommended when being under attack, kind of personal attack against me.
I wasn't.
I can hear the messages that go into our liege's head just in case.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
That.
He looks at you and goes, "Yeah."
So, here's the question then. Why do this now?
He looks at you and goes, "Why are you directing the question at me and not the creature in the box?"
Same. I second that question.
The creature in the box, as we both know, is of no consequence.
It's a pit
The two
fiend!
of us, however. Yes! Pit fiend. Child's play. As you have him in a box.
Yes, it's not my casting alone, though. I have 4 other casters in the building doing this. Do you know how hard it is to hold a creature of this
course.
size?
As you had your 2 other casters in here examining the gate earlier.
He looks at you and goes, I don't care for your tone.
You don't... No, you don't need to answer my questions. I'm just some guy who came in today.
He looks at you and goes, I mean, if you'd like, I can speak to that if we need to. I mean, so far you show up, a pit fiend attacks, the arcane gate gets blown up after I'm dismissed from it, and your lab is attacked. How do we know you didn't fabricate this?
I've fabricated a lot of things in my time, boy.
Yes, and you've taken the position of our crown mage from Carl over there. In my opinion, if anything, you're nothing but a usurper and should be dealt with as the key suspect in this. I was planning to leave the city and go back to Burnside Fort and help out with the repairs there. Obviously, I can't leave you alone with the king.
And what will you do about it, young man?
Nothing. Our liege is the one who has final say. As he smiles.
You should be on the way here.
Where is he about now?
Hawken, we will jump over to actually as we speak. Hawken, Adrian, and Lucius. As you hear this message in your head, Hawken, as you're about to leave the barracks, you turn and see Barry is standing in the doorway, blocking you from exiting the barracks. As he stands in front of the doorway.
Yes, Barry?
I got a question for you. Hypothetically, let's say you're reborn into another world. Where's the first place you'd go?
A library.
You got one of those?
Most likely. I haven't been in this town for long.
I'm gonna go and check it out. As he turns and starts walking down the street.
Well, okay then.
I think Barry has finally learned that this is no longer a game.
I think it might have just clicked that he's actually in another world and not.
As you guys start walking down the road, you see him as he turns to talk to one of the tavern keepers who's handing out drinks outside of the tavern for some guests that are sitting. He goes, "NPC, bring me a beer." As he walks in.
Never mind.
There's something I need to speak to you about.
Yes, Lucius?
I don't know why they're here or their intentions truly, but our new elven friend smells like dragon.
Well, to be fair, as remember what I've said all these days, Lucius, these times, again and again. If they're with me, I don't care who they are.
I'm not saying not to trust them, just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Well, and to be fair, I'm assuming you got the same smell from our old dear party mate, Voldan. He didn't seem like a problem.
You did not catch that smell off of him, Lucius.
Oh, wow, really?
Actually, I did not.
Do I really smell like a dragon?
I think... Wait.
Oh,
Clarify.
not you.
not you, the headmaster.
Oh,
I assume.
that makes more sense.
You see,
no
Hawken, as you, Lucius, and Adrian are kind of starting to jog up towards the castle, you see as a very tall, old-looking orc with a long beard kind of comes running up, with liver spots kind of covering his bald head, and a couple of missing teeth, and he goes, Adrian, I've confirmed. The headmaster has turned against the city. I've already managed to find 2 other spiritual spells cast about. We've been deactivating them. We think they're a spell to sacrifice the entire city for some sort of magic. We're not sure what it is yet. But
oh boy,
Swaff is currently managing to chase it down. Apparently Carviel sniffed it out a while back. or when he showed up here, was saying the place stunk of magic. But we're continuing to look. I'll continue to keep you to date with the thing. Gordo's currently involved with a couple of Dragonborn that seem to have infiltrated the city, and we're setting up one of the ritual spells, I guess, when we caught them. He's currently being supported, but there aren't many troops there, thankfully. And he's like, can we... I'm getting old. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to head this way. As he points down on the side roads, I'm going to go look and continue my look. As he starts jogging off.
Who is that, Adrian?
That's one of my direct officers. He's one of the, 4 that I appointed to serve under me.
Hawken, you would have immediately recognized this man. He was one of the elite bodyguards of the Queen at the battle.
Lord Hawken, if what he said is true, I think it goes without saying, the headmaster outclassed us and you shouldn't really be near him.
We shall see.
As you finally come to the gates, you see as 2 soldiers are currently in the middle of battling a couple of red dragonborn that seem to be carrying these glowing scimitars. The guards look to be barely fending them off for a moment until one of them gets a lucky strike, and the other dragonborn just suddenly kind of turning, seeing the reinforcements, throws something on the ground, and in a poof of smoke disappears. Both the guards look extremely tired as you look at them, both being Nords, and one of them looks over to you and goes, "Hey, my liege, some of them made it inside the castle. Your wife is currently fighting off 4 of them. Woman killed 3 of them on the stairway up. I think the headmaster, Sigrun, and Carl are further in. There was a commotion inside, but we're not sure what's going on. More guards are on the way." Oh, Teg's here. He went in ahead of us. I forgot to mention he has 2 kids with him. 2 small tieflings that are beside him. Apparently he's going in there to help out. I don't know. He didn't tell us much else. He just said that he sensed a very powerful magic around the city and came to help. Also, there's a big purple, giant, ball, field that was around us that disappeared. I'm not sure what that was, my liege.
Huh? Okay.
I think it was magical. As the 6 ships you had above us suddenly dropped out of the air onto the ground as he kind of hands them over to you.
Thanks.
Of course, my liege.
Odd. Okay. I guess we'll head in.
He opens
I guess
the doors.
Adrian's going to pull out his holy sword. I guess we're doing this now.
Okay.
Going to cast an emboldening bond on both Hawken and Adrian.
Ooh, what does that do?
When bonded, when they're within 30 feet of another, so either one of them or me, they can add a D4 once per turn to attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay. As you cast this, and as you come into the first floor, the floor is just covered in body parts and blood. You see tossed about red dragonborn, pieces of Nord soldiers that have been completely cut down. It is horrendous, even for the battlefield you've seen, Hawken. It looks like someone just came through and butchered both sides completely. And you hear some clanging coming from the stairs as a lot of you start running up. And you, for a moment, just as you turn up the stairway to the second floor, you see your wife standing there, covered in blood, head to toe, wearing full plate, carrying what looks to be a trident. With a very large dragonborn corpse kind of speared onto it. And she just looks to you and nods and kind of shoves the body off and starts kind of jogging up the stairs.
I'll follow. Let's go.
I'm immediately gonna bear up.
Okay. As you suddenly transform, for a moment, you feel your body kind of strangely, something seems off. As the rest of you look, you see as Lucius's bear form is slightly larger than normal and looks to be almost slightly covered in patches of black scales throughout his body. As you start charging up, though, eventually coming to the 14th floor, you meet no other resistance, nor do you see anybody else in the stronghold. But as you come walking up through the door or the stairway, you see as Teg is standing there in the doorway with or by himself, with the headmaster Sigrun and Carl in front of him, and something in a strange purple box floating that looks to be kind of glimmer every once in a while as you come walking in. And Teg just kind of turns as soon as he hears you lot and goes, "Oh, my liege, apologies, I caught Sigrun and Carl as well as the headmaster in here discussing with a pit fiend before I managed to capture him."
Discussing's a strong word for a creature I was about to kill, but yeah, he was talking to us. Carl, are you okay, by the way? You know I meant to hit him, right? I did.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't aiming for you. Okay.
Anybody know about the red dragonborns that were fighting my men?
Dragon, what?
No?
Teg looks at you and goes, "I didn't run into any of them come on the way up, but I know I left some two soldiers down in the lobby to hold it until you or reinforcements showed up, because I wasn't sure how bad the attack was."
Headmaster,
No, when we
do you know anything? I'm getting a lot of conflicting things from every side. I've been told that you smell of dragons, and that you might have been the reason behind this, but I do not want to jump to conclusions.
I think he's stepped away for a minute. Oh, there you go.
PC is AFK.
It appears my presence in this city has upset the powers that be. The forces that attempt to usurp your throne from underneath you. And it appears that they intend to blame me for this intrusion.
I do not know the way that you operate, Headmaster, but I feel if you wanted us gone, it would have already happened.
Tex laughs at that, starts chuckling really deeply, and goes, "Yeah, right, like we wouldn't have killed the headmaster as soon as he cast a spell high enough."
Oh, of course. I would never pick a fight with anyone so powerful as you, young man.
Not me, that you have to worry about. He kind of tilts his head towards Hawken.
Hey, you're cool with me, bud, but we got this pit fiend that I want to make suffer, so let's see what they're all about.
If you'd like, my liege, I can release it from the box, but I have to let the wizards in the tower know, so if you'll give me a moment.
No, keep him in there.
Oh.
But you can hear me, though, right? Or no?
Theoretically, he should be able to. Whether he able to reply is another. Yes.
I'm gonna cast Planar Binding on this thing.
Okay. Yeah, as you do, you see these tentacles like kind of come reaching out of the ground for a moment and just start to grasp hold of the silent square or cube that the pit fiend is currently being stuck into. And you watch as the silent spell almost cracks immediately as it holds the pit fiend there, and it doesn't move. Ted just kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, "If you don't mind, then I am of no more use, and I'd like to check on my men, especially if there's problems."
Not a problem, Teg.
He turns and walks out.
So, pit fiend, who do you work for?
Answer him.
By
the way, the bound creature must follow all of my instructions. It's magically forced to.
Who sent me, you ask? It smiles and goes, I was not sent technically by no one, if you must ask. I came here of my own volition. Your friend there already took care of a problem for me, and I was surely just coming here to deal with said problem. As he kind of motions his head towards Lucius, who's
You
still
have
in
a
bear
problem
form.
with my compatriot?
No, not at all. He did exactly what he was asked to do, and exactly what I needed him to do.
So, Lucius,
Fiend.
what?
Tell me your true name.
I have none.
What's Lucius? The man that killed your family, was it Bloodmane?
Lucius still in bear form. Standing in the room.
It was.
Pit Fiend. Are you familiar with the name Bloodmane? I'm told that he is in Abaddon, though.
I can be.
Tell me what you know about Bloodmane.
Nothing currently. At the moment, I know of no Bloodmane. Sounds like a great name to have, though.
So you came here for what reason?
To pay back the favor I owe. A good friend took care of a situation for me, and I'm just returning the favor.
Who is the person?
He stands in this very room.
What was the favor?
To take care of an obstacle in my rise to power.
What was the obstacle?
You already know that answer.
Tell me.
Define obstacle.
Something that gets in the way as you're trying to achieve something.
And what was in your way?
Something that has already been taken care of.
And
As
what
it
was taken
smiles.
care of?
We can continue to do this. But as I mentioned, it was an obstacle. My requirement is only to answer your questions, not to give you proper details. I'm not stupid, nor am I being forced to answer them with exact information, though your friend there will wish me to do so. Though I must admit, it's very rare that someone can cast a spell so easily and without issue to bind me here. That was, 9th, 10th level magic? Without any somatic questions. It sounds very similar to your brother. Or, well, your supposed brother. Makes me wonder if the two are working together, truly. But what do I know? I am just simply a pit fiend who does not know nor remember why he is here. Adrian!
Am I wrong? Dude, I'm just a swordsman. I don't know what's going on.
If you'd like to ask me a question of relevance, to show your true intelligence as a king, maybe you'd come to the realization of how stupid you truly are, and gain something out of it. I could teach you many things. You could become a great king with great wealth with my power, should you choose to make a deal with me.
I do not care of wealth.
You should.
Headmaster, are you capable of sending him back to where he came from and killing him there?
You cannot kill me, Godhaken, for I already exist in problems for you.
And those problems?
Have already been answered.
That's not a question. Problems are not questions. What are
maybe
these
not in your way
problems?
of thinking of power, but that explains why you're relying on your headmaster for any chance of success. Or that Teg fellow.
I'm going to throw the cage of companionship at him. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Alright! Give me a minute to pull up his stat sheet. Let's see. You need a wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yep.
Alright, give me a minute to pull up the thing for that. That's a 29.
Okay, it passes. I figured it would, but I thought I'd try.
As the cage kind of smacks it and drops to the ground, it looks at it and goes, well, given that, I'd rather be killed, to be honest.
That was a decent shot, Lucius.
Can I pick up the cage and hand it back to Lucius?
Yeah, as you walk over, the pit fiend doesn't move. Did you hand it back to him?
Down to...
Yes.
So your purpose here was to return a favor
Wait, what would you
to
say, Carl?
someone.
Hold up.
I was just making a joke.
Okay.
Like, throw it again.
Okay. Go ahead,
Keep
Hopkins.
doing it.
Yeah, no. So you were here to repay a favor that you had for someone in this room.
Correct.
Who are they?
Someone you already know.
Name the person.
You know, it's funny. I'm required to answer, not tell you the truth. So, Pope, what was that yellow man that died? You claimed he was a god at one point. Hastur, that was it. It was definitely Hastur. Very angry at you. You're definitely related. You're probably related to the Pope that cut him down.
It is required to follow orders to the best of its ability.
It is.
So if the order is to answer
It is answer.
truthfully,
You said answer. You didn't say truthfully. You said it had answered
if the
his
order
questions.
is to answer truthfully, it must.
Yeah, and your order was to answer his questions. You did not say answer them truthfully.
Answer answer the man truthfully and in full detail.
Oh, why you had detail? Now he's gonna go on a tangent.
Okay.
Detail.
What question do you have, almighty liege, who doesn't totally rely on his companions to prop him up?
Who is the person in this room that you owed a favor to?
Well, allow me to start. He was born a young man who served in the military through his days, and he just starts explaining detail by detail about a backstory you have no idea of. This will continue on for about 10 hours. He will go into every single detail.
Fuck up.
He turns and looks and goes, was my answer not to the requirement that you asked?
It was a hut.
Did I not answer your question in truthfulness and in detail by describing them to a minute detail? It smiles, a wry smile. You are nothing for me, elf. Trust me. You could not get me to talk in a way, even with your magic of such high level.
Tell me the name, truthfully, and nothing more than the name of the being that you came here with a deal with.
Takes a second, and you see its brain you see it's thinking for a moment. I do wonder, what was that name? As it starts to think for a moment, continuing its thoughts. He goes by many names. Which would you prefer? It's the one you would know it of, or would you prefer one that I knew it as?
I look to the king.
The one I know of.
Ah, that's simple. You would know them as the true champion of Ketliz.
Ouch. Damn.
How do I kill you?
Oh, quite easily. Banish me to the domain of Moors and cut me down there, and that would end my existence. Or you could cut down my host. If you wish, you could kill me here, and it would kill them. But I do not recommend, as you would lose your support from the House of Calbridge. No, in all fairness, you are more than welcome to do so, as it would be more entertaining for me.
Why would I lose the support of Calbridge?
Ah, that's easy. My life is tied to theirs. Should I die on the material plane, they will die as well.
Lord Calbridge.
No,
Explain.
Sir Calbridge. Lord Calbridge is already dead.
Sir Calbridge.
Correct.
Explain to me. Because he's still in this room, correct?
As you look about, no, he is not. And the pit fiend goes, what do you want me to explain? Would you like me to turn back into Sir Calbridge? Or how about I remove all disguises in this room currently to see what truly comes to be?
To be fair, I do not care about the disguises of my companions around me. Nor do I care if the headmaster is not who he says he is. He's done nothing.
Who said
but
it was
help
the
me.
headmaster I was referencing? It smiles a toothy smile and goes, "Are you starting to suspect the headmaster without any reason? Now are you going to take that headmaster and a king who is now going to continue to suspect you as everyone's talking about you?" "I was merely speaking of another compatriot. I don't even know the headmaster here, though he is some sort of powerful caster, and should not be forgotten about that."
So can you kill him?
It looks to
Not
you
easily.
and says, "The headmaster could quite easily kill me. In fact, if he gave up his true form and used his actual capabilities, theoretically, and as I'm required to answer truthfully, he should be able to."
I respect secrets, Headmaster. I will leave this room and do as you see fit.
We all have secrets.
The bear gruffly comments.
I agree with Lucius. If you do what you need to do to this pit fiend, I don't want it alive. If you need us to leave the room for you to do that, so be it.
"But, dear Hawken, would you not like to know that Lucius managed to kill one of your closest vassals? Would you not like to hear the tale of how he's plunged that dagger on his hip into the bloody corpse of a dead man? How many times was it, good Lucius, as Lord Calbridge just sat there with a drink in hand? Or how about the fiend on Carl's shoulder that is currently watching all this, enjoying the show, and is planning to murder the entirety of you lot? Oh, I've got a better one." And it continues. "How about the fact that Sigrun's lover is planning to usurp your entire kingdom using her fully, while you have no plans on how to deal with it? Oh, and I've got even a better one. How about with Adrian over there, the elf? Would you like to know about him too?" What?
My king.
Yes.
It appears the fiend is trying to tear you all apart.
I agree.
Do you wish to continue to hear him out?
Nope.
I don't see how it serves us any use. Don't we have other things to worry about?
As a wise man once said, I respect secrets. And there are some things that should not probably come to light here in this room.
I will leave with the rest of my companions then. Do as you see fit.
As the tiefling kind of turns to the headmaster, or not tiefling, the pit fiend at that mention. As you lot kind of start to leave the room, leaving the headmaster alone in the room, you hear "your" and then silence. All right. As you lot walk out, leaving the headmaster and the pit fiend alone, where are you lot going?
Thramgallen.
Okay. How?
I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my human form.
Okay. Yeah, as you transform back, kind of readjusting yourself, without issues, the scales seem to dissipate, and you look normal again.
Well, Adrian has a ship now, correct?
Yes, but are we not gonna deal with the invasion? Okay.
I thought the evasion was... Oh, the Dragonborn!
Yeah.
I wonder who that was from. The Dragonborn! Aha! To be honest, I thought it was just like a small little thing, but I guess we have Dragonborn attacking.
We were just warned about a spell trying to sacrifice everyone in the city before we walked up here.
Yeah, I guess we should investigate that.
What?
I suppose.
That seems a bit important. I didn't catch that part. I just knew there was a fiend and the arcane gate was drained of magic.
You
Yeah, if
hear
there's
suddenly,
intruders, we should probably kill them.
you all hear suddenly a scream coming from the headmaster's room saying, "No, don't peel that!"
I'm
fine.
guessing it was the fiend screaming.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Do as he sees fit. That's what I said. So be it.
Either I just wish he had like a silence thing over it. I really didn't want to hear that.
Well, the fiend had his choice. You can.
Yeah, but
Believe me, I'm hearing all of it.
Yeah, but I didn't hear it, Lord Hawken.
Alright,
well.
what's the plan of attack?
Idrin, lead the way.
Okay.
Alright.
Adrian's gonna go off to where he was told the spell was being looked into earlier.
Okay. As you lot start to head down outside of the stronghold, you see some of the some soldiers cleaning up some of the parts and picking up pieces of metal and such. You all heading out of the castle. You see the 2 guards that were standing at the front, still standing at the ready, covered in blood. There are around 7 corpses now in front of the 2 of them, of dead Red Dragonborn in full plate. And one of the guard looks at you and goes, We fought off the attack. Oh, hell, my
Where
life.
are they coming from?
Good question, my liege. I knew that. I just know they keep coming through the front gates of the castle itself. It must be from inside the city.
You said they're coming through the front gates?
Well, this castle, yes, my liege, and into the city, I assume, is where they're coming from.
Well, guess I gotta go kill some people. This day's about to get a whole lot better.
I wanted to walk over to Adrian and I'm like, well, I know you're pretty well equipped with the armory and everything, but I don't know if you could use this. I don't really need it anymore. And I'm gonna offer him the Scimitar of Warning.
You watch as immediately it starts glowing as Adrian takes it in his hand.
That's probably a bad sign.
Oh, did the was the
Why?
sign that we're under attack
What is this?
give you any like semblance of danger?
As you look down at the swords, Adrian, I mean, you've seen Swords of Warning before in shops and such. You recognize the enchantment almost immediately.
Well, I guess Adrian will keep a lookout while while they charge off towards the front gate.
Yeah, it continues to glow without attuning to you as you kind of are walking.
He'll strap it to his side, yeah.
Okay.
If you attune to it, you get advantage at initiative.
That'd be really good for me.
As so where are you lot heading? You stand at the front of the castle gates. There's the large city out in front of you. What direction are you going?
I assume towards the thing that old man was telling us about.
He never pointed which direction to go. He just took off in another direction.
No, but if it's such a big spell, I'm sure one of us can feel it if we are honorable.
True.
Try to triangulate the location of where the spell's going off.
That's a nat 20 for 31.
Damn. All right. Anybody else?
Also, I wanted to listen to see if I hear any combat around us.
Okay. Give me a
Carl,
perception
please.
check.
Why in that one, buddy? I thought you were the wizard.
Carl.
Yeah.
As you go to sense, you sense that coming from the stronghold itself, there's a lot of magic, and it's extremely potent.
Nice.
Outside of it, you don't catch anything else.
19.
19.
What do I feel?
With 31, you said?
Yeah.
You pick up a spell, some sort of arcane energy coming from the southeast portion of the city, where last there was a wizard school that had been torn down and left as rubble. But that's the general direction, and being the only thing that is of note in that direction is that school. Your rough guesstimation is it'd probably be coming from there or outside the city.
I guess I'll head that way.
Alright, does the rest of the party
This
follow?
way! I feel the enemy!
Yeah, I'm going to follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow.
As you lot start charging further into the city, you can hear, Lucius, the sounds of clanging swords every once in a while, as it seems like the whole city's under siege, but yet you see no one. As you look about, you don't see anybody walking. In fact, you don't see even peasants out in the streets. The streets are abandoned, you notice.
Illusion?
As you lot come finally down, after about an hour of running, coming down one of the main streets, you see the Arcane College is fully rebuilt, and it's with giant pillars of purple stones, the building made of a strange reddish rock, large ornate colored windows portraying the decapitation of some sort of male orc king, designed in the windows. And you immediately, Lucius, can hear fighting going on inside.
There's fighting in this building coming up.
Forward!
Alright. As you all charge in. What's up, Carl?
No, nothing.
Okay. As you all charge in, you come into an empty, open room that seems to have a strange, bloody scribblings all about the floor in a circular pattern. Okay. As you put your Benjamin in your hat, he just goes in. Doesn't seem, he just sits on your head, and you feel the weight of him on your head as you put your hat back on. But as you all walk in, you look about and you can see clearly this room has a magic circle around it. Give me a second to answer something.
Disrupt the magic circle!
What would sound like
There you go.
that?
Let's see.
Would like to cast Find Traps.
Alright. Alright, as you cast, you sense that the entire room seems to have some sort of magic cast onto it. You realize that, I believe, let me read the exact spell wording for it. Make sure I give you the proper explanation here. Alright, so yeah, as you look down, or as you look about casting Find Traps, you notice that on the floor, the magic circle seems to have some sort of delay kick on it. The spell, when deactivated, or the glyph rather, when deactivated, will cast a delayed fireball that will shoot out of the center almost immediately.
Oh,
Nobody touch the circle.
will do.
Then what does the circle do?
If it gets broken, it seems that it'll create a fireball.
Okay, but what's it currently doing?
Currently, it's just active. If it gets deactivated, that's when the bad thing happens.
Does anybody... What's the language that this glyph is in?
As you look it over, you don't know. None of you have ever seen this language before.
None of us?
Correct.
Okay. So it's not infernal.
Nope, I looked at your languages, don't worry.
Well,
It's so
then we ignore the
hot.
circle and investigate, no?
Yeah, I think we just wide berth to the
Leave it
circle.
Pool to dig through.
As you look about the room, you see like shards of glass, broken desks kind of thrown about, a chalkboard that looks to have been cracked in so many pieces it's completely destroyed against one of the walls. And there are 3 doors, one going forward, one to the right, and one to the left. From what you would know about this building, at one point it used to be a magic college that housed a very light number of students. And supposedly it blew up because of the fact that the stuff in the basement caused an explosion. No one's sure exactly what the catalyst was, what was caused, what the explosion exactly was. All that is known is that the belief is that the spell components in the basement exploded and caused half the city to be set ablaze. At least that's how the stories tell it in the histories. Which,
Gotcha.
to everyone here, besides Carl, that would be pretty much common knowledge.
Mm.
We need to find the basement then.
Oh,
Agreed.
best thing to do is comb one room at a time. Pick a door, my lord. I'll lead.
Right.
Okay, rightmost door, I guess.
As you go to open the door, you just see a large open room with nothing in it but just rubble kind of tossed about the sides. The roof slightly caved in but not collapsed. The pillars look to be kind of broken and cracked, but yet still standing and holding as a solid object, or at least rather a connected object. The windows themselves look to be blown out, and you see a single human child, a simple Nord, with brown hair, brown eyes. You'd guess about 6 years old, just sitting in the center of the room staring at you as you open the door, Adrian.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
It just waves. Slowly, side to side.
I'll wave back as I slowly look back at Hawken.
Is Adrian the only one that can see this?
No, you all do.
Is this like the same kid that was at the church or no?
Hawken, you do recognize the kid as, yes, that is the same kid.
Oh boy. Why are you here, young one?
It doesn't respond as it just stares at you confused.
Huh. Can you point me in the direction of the basement?
It points at Sigrun suddenly.
Sigrun, you have an axe.
Oh, Sigrun is the basement.
I mean, yes, it theoretically could work. It also has been known to not work. Just a reminder.
I'd rather not my city get blown up, though. If you catch my drift, it's not a drift, it's fully out there. I don't want my city blown up.
What's a drift?
All you had to say is, I don't want my city blown up. She's like, she already had the axe out, so I guess she'll just like plant it and gesture for people to get close.
Okay.
All right, I guess we're doing it.
Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're gonna have everyone grab onto the axe, you said, and then teleport through the floor?
Well, I believe in the past they haven't had to touch it, they just had to be around me, so
Well,
I was...
they have to be holding
yeah.
on to you, or holding on to someone who's holding on to you.
Oh, okay, yeah, then get a circle going. But yeah, I know I have to, it says to touch it to a fixed piece of dwarven stonework, so I guess whatever that qualifies as.
As you look about, you don't see any dwarven stonework.
Cool, not
Yeah,
a dwarven make?
You don't know.
I thought this city was.
Supposedly. Well,
Sigrun's
supposedly
not-
Eagleview is. There was never any comment if they
Yeah.
made the town around it outright.
Sigrud's not gonna know enough to know or to question, so I guess to the floor she touches the axe to, and once everyone's gathered around.
If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, I suppose.
I will say,
Yeah.
you notice for a moment as Carl his eyes glow for a moment and then stop as he's kind of looking about.
Yes. So once everyone's gathered close and she's got her axe planted on the ground, she would close her eyes, envision the basement in her mind's eye, and then cast a spell. If it's not dwarven stonework, there's a chance for us to appear in places.
Yeah, as you do. Give me a D100 roll. Let's see where you end up.
Yeah. I knew it. Alright. D100. I'm gonna roll this IRL because I feel like suffering. That is a... Oh my god, wait a second. That is what I think it is. Alright. I got a 100 on the D100.
Okay.
That's the first time I've ever rolled that.
So as you go to, as you all kind of gather together and start holding hands, Grumpy, shut up. Grumpy typing in the chat saying I'm asking what I'm typing. Yeah, so as you go to kind of hold hands and circle about, suddenly you all find yourselves standing in the middle of a abandoned town, deep underground. You look about, there looks to be houses kind of carved into the walls, a mountain, a cave above you. You literally are under thousands of miles of stone from what you can tell. And you, as you all kind of look about, you see tracks going through the middle of the city. You see what looks to have been people's lunch, just kind of sitting at tables. Still, you can still see the heat coming off of it. You now are standing in the middle of a town. You're not sure where.
So I'm assuming this did not work.
This is a weird basement.
I've seen basements aplenty. This is not one of the ones I've ever seen, though. One with people actively in it with other houses?
Do any of you spellcasters have a way to check where we are? Because, you know, the axe doesn't tell me when we teleport with it.
Aha.
I'll be honest, I can only cast it to 2nd level. Not really.
I can... Oh.
Are we in the Underdark, DM?
Nope.
I thought I heard you say thousands of miles underground.
I did. You are not in the Underdark.
Are we in a dwarven town?
As you look about, you can give me a, let's see, either a perception check to see if you recognize the town, a history check to see if you can notice anything from the carvings about. It's definitely dwarvish as you look about, but you've never seen this city before.
I will roll perception.
Roll it.
That is a 26 in history.
Okay.
I rolled on that one. That's a
Ouch.
4.
7.
Ouch.
I got 2.
So
I got a 19.
Lucius and Sigrun, this is a dwarven city. You don't need much history to realize it's definitely dwarvish. Not many people live underground. Secondly, you also realize that this is something does seem off, Lucius, to you with your nat 1. It's strange. It's dwarvish, you know that. I mean, it's obviously because they're short people. They're statues and designs of short people with long beards. But it doesn't feel right to you, and you're not sure why or what's causing the off feeling. Just looking around, something looks strange. It's kind of kicking you in the head a little bit.
Sure, hope we're not in Noventium.
Something is just weird.
Hawken and Adrian, you've never seen this city before. You've no idea where this is.
I got an 18.
An 18. Carl actually is the only person who has a chance of learning this. Carl, you recognize you're not in Kremia's lands anymore. You're back in the Silencian continent of the European areas. You're in the old Durakar territories. Also famously known for the people who worship the dead and are all about killing and sacrificing people and necromancy. It's also rumored to be where Logolthus managed to get his entire necromancy magic and his capability to become a lich. Supposedly came from the Duergar. Now note, this was also noted after killing hundreds of thousands of them. But... nonetheless, you recognize this immediately as the Duergar city. You're not sure where, but you do know the city overall.
My Lord Hawken, while I may have never been there before, I indeed think this might be Oventium. We might have been teleported to a lower floor, so we may want to be careful. We don't know what might be awaiting us around the corners.
What? You're telling me we're in Oventium?
I don't know.
That is what he said.
That is not ideal.
Very much not.
And
Well,
of course, and Carl's telling me this after knowing that we're not in Oventium.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know the Duragar city, and I will say he is not as familiar with the Duragar's culture and history. So for all he knows, it could physically, it could actually be Oventium. From his understanding, he's never been, and the idea it's a city that's underground that is full of undeath. That pretty much describes what most people describe Oventium as. So by rough explanation, no, it makes sense in your head that will be what he's describing right now.
Gotcha. Sigrun, can you tell me the teleportation restrictions on your axe besides the it has to be a dwarven stone?
Yes, if it's not of dwarven stonework, there's a high chance it'll go wrong. If it is, it'll go fine. The other downside, I was just about to bring this up actually. Once I have used it, I cannot do it until 3 days have passed.
Who wants to camp out for 3 days?
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm telling you, I've this up before.
Off in the distance, the headmaster is standing there thinking, they'll be back within a few hours, so I can send them through the arcane gate once it's repaired.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we left him.
Fully.
I'm going to eradicate the Dragonborn off the face of this planet.
You're not the first to have said that, funnily enough.
Actually, the first non-Dragonborn to say that in recent history, surprisingly.
I'm gonna kill them all.
So what do we do?
Leave
Well-
this place. Simple.
Well, Adren, you're attuned to the ship. Do you think you could call it from where we're at here? Assuming we got up to the surface, I wouldn't
If
call
I'm
it down
correct,
here.
No.
if I'm correct, we did commission astral travel, I believe.
We did. That was, I remember that being part of the thing I
He hasn't had
requested
time
anyway.
to attune to it yet.
Yes, he did.
Doesn't Oventium block like all magical travel though?
Well, if
other
we
than,
get
if you
out
walk
of
outside?
it, I mean, if we go up to the top.
Listen, we don't know for sure if this is Oventium. It might be, so we might as well try.
As you start
Assume the
to
worst,
hear,
hope for the
Higher
best.
ceilings.
all of you who can cast magic suddenly start to hear the voice in your head saying, "Join us. Enjoy true power." I need charisma saves from everyone who can cast a spell. That's not from an item.
Sucks to be you guys.
Does me having divine matter?
No.
Must have been the wind.
Actually, no.
I'm just the
Hawken,
tank.
yes. Non-divine, only arcane. My bad. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm good then too.
Who said that?
Um,
Oh, poor Carl.
You see as Carl's
That's a
eyes
4.
just kind of roll back, and so do Adrian's. And
Adrian,
both-
you get a D4.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You want to roll?
Yeah, is DM shotgun is the DC lower than 8?
For you, no.
Well, there you go.
You both are. You
It doesn't
all
help. I don't
watch
want to-
as Adrian and Carl's eyes seem to go roll back into their heads, and they start to just walk deeper into the caves, not even saying a word.
No, come on. No, none of that now. Sigrun's gonna try grabbing him.
Must join.
I know Carl won't be an issue. I don't know about Adrian.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to follow and fight whatever's controlling him, I guess.
Listen, I probably could just carry both of them if we can safely get up to the surface. I mean, Carl weighs nothing. I've carried cows heavier than Carl. And, like, many of other things. Adrian might pose more issues. Out of character, I don't know how much he weighs.
He's running full plate and he has muscles.
Maybe if I enlarge, I can carry you both.
170 plus
Well,
12.
he's
Well,
also
hang on, my
their
push,
only-
drag, or lift is over 1,000 right now, so I could probably drag you both if nothing else.
To be fair though, Maya, I mean, he's the only one. Adrian's the only one who can access the boat right now.
Ah,
Unless you have
fuck! No, wait, you're right. Shit.
not like we. I mean, you could try to smack him out of it, although you know.
Hawken, do I have your consent to punch Adrian for the sake of magic, breaking the magic?
Unlethally, yes, if you can smack him out, but you only get one hit, because if it doesn't work,
Yeah,
then
it would of course it'd be unlethally. I would never. I would no. Yes, and I guess I'll unarmed
Guys,
strike him.
we might want to think about keeping it down.
They already know we're here, most likely.
That's a 20 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, I rolled really low. He's too good. Even possessed, he's too good.
I'm indeed a high AC fighter.
Alright, you know what, let's just follow where they go, and we might be able to.
Okay, I'll still carry Carl, but I'll let Adrian go, and we can follow him.
Because even Carl, I mean, hey, maybe you can try with Carl. Maybe it's dispel magic.
Actually, wait, yeah, you're right. Oh, but he took damage earlier. I'm gonna try to be really gentle with Carl. I don't think that'll affect him much, but
Baby slap.
yeah. Okay, so that's a 21 to hit.
Oh, wait a minute. I have dispel magic. Yeah!
After I punched him.
Yeah. Does that hit, Carl?
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
No, for unarmed strike. It's an automatic 7 damage. Is what Sigrun
You
does.
just, Carl,
7
as you're
bludgeoning.
walking, you just suddenly have a punch to the back of your head. You don't feel it, as you're currently unconscious.
He's not going down.
Can I cast dispel magic?
On what?
Let's see. Let me
Can you
see what it
target
is.
both?
One creature object or magical effect within range. What is the spell from? Would that spell that's controlling them be considered a magical effect?
Yes.
Alright, so I'd target that magical effect.
Alright, give me an Arcana check, real quick.
Yeah.
I believe in you. Oh, don't forget, I think you get
19.
the D4 with the bond.
Yeah, you do have it.
Yeah, that's right.
As your
Okay.
spell goes off,
That's an additional
Adrian,
4.
you suddenly kind of find yourself coming back to as you're staring at the face of an undead corpse that is cloaked, has a cloak and is carrying a staff, standing in front of you. You, and then as well as Carl, both suddenly your vision clears and you can see properly what's around you. You see around you 14 skeletons with staves and cloaks.
Are they?
I mean, I swing.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Alright.
Is that initiative?
That is not initiative.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
It's probably one of us. Probably an illusion.
Go ahead, Adrian, and make an attack.
It's a 26.
You swing and you feel yourself hit something solid, but the corpse or the skeleton / corpse like looking like creature does not seem to even hesitate.
Who'd he hit? Which one of us?
None of you. As you look about, you also notice that Carl, your head becomes clear. I will note, Hawken, your magic you notice is enhanced on Carl, as from head to toe, starting from head to down to toe, suddenly the magic, the spell of or dispel magic kind of enhances itself to a higher level, and Carl seems to kind of clear as that happens.
Where am I?
Carl, as you look about, you can clearly see now. You're standing in a room that is a tomb. There are skeletons all around you, and some corpses that are being covered in cloaks, each carrying staves that you can sense magic coming off of. As you look about, you also see about 14 caskets, or sarcophagi rather, each with a depiction of what looks to be a king of a Duergar, or a dwarf, depicted in the sarcophagus carvings. Each being a different, what looks to be crowned individual.
Hawken will be your new king!
As you all look about, Carl and Adrian are the only ones who see this. The rest of you still just see this absolute darkness surrounding you.
Carl, Adrian, are you back with us?
Where am I?
With us?
Who is us?
Me,
I tap the
Adrian.
skeleton in front of me.
Sigrun.
Yep. As you do nothing, it doesn't seem to react or move.
Just pointing out the rest.
Can I try to like push it?
Yeah. As you do, it doesn't move.
What are you doing, Adrian? What is
you-
Adrian pushing
You
on?
all just see Adrian just kind of putting his hands in front of him and like moving, like as if he's shoving something, miming he's shoving something. But all you see is darkness in front of him.
Can
Can
I
y'all
would like
I-
to cast
can I-
light on the head of the toothless beholder.
Oh, yeah. As you immediately do, the darkness does not dissipate.
Can I try to place my hand on where Adrian is?
Yeah. As you walk over and put your hand on it, nothing's there. Your hand falls right through. Adrian, you see as Hawkins' hand goes right through the bones of the skeleton standing in front of you.
Hawken, you missed it. It's a little more to the left.
What are you guys seeing?
What are you talking about?
You know, we're gonna do an insane test. No, here we go. I'm gonna put my hand on the skeleton. I'm gonna leave Hawkins' hand onto my hand and tell him to push my hand. I'm not gonna risk it.
Okay. Sure, I'll do it.
Even if you don't do it, trust me.
As you do, you suddenly feel something cold, clammy, and wet in your hand, but there's nothing there that you can see except darkness. It's very
Safe.
hard, also, I should mention. Almost to the point where, like, as you try to move your hand about, you can definitely tell it's something solid. You're not sure what it is, but the feeling is familiar.
Sigrun, can I borrow your hand for a second?
You could do the same.
You know what? Let's just get out of here, guys.
I'm
There's
a
nothing for
little
us here.
confused, but sure. She
if
gives
there-
you
if-
her big hand.
If this is a Duragar city, well, if this is a city, there might be a keep somewhere. Let's go and it looks, I mean, the food's warm still. It looks like things went down recently.
I will mention, Carl and Adrian, you don't see a city around you now. You just see this this room of sarcophagi all around you, with the walls depicting great battles of different dwarven kings. One depicts
Is there-
an army of 100,000 Durgar, roughly a rather large number of Durgar fighting, or surrounding and fighting in a city made of white marble, and you see standing in the center behind a pillar of both light and darkness, half and half is a very tall, skinny-looking humanoid of some sort, carrying a staff and a black cloak. The next image depicts that entire group of Durgar now just as a bone pile, still in the same, and now creating that humanoid being full darkness, no longer having a light behind it.
Which way does Hawken walk when he goes to walk?
Moments
let's go.
before he continues walking beyond past you, going in front of you, you see him about to run into a wall as the entrance is the opposite direction.
Can I stop him?
As you go to, you suddenly can't touch Hawken as you watch as your hand goes right through him. And Hawken
See
walks
you.
through a wall.
What does it look like to Sigrun?
You just watch as for Lucius Sigrun, you both see as Hawken just disappears into the darkness. As Adrian chases
I don't
after.
think you shouldn't go. Why is he couldn't?
Hawken,
Don't split off.
You no longer hear them, Hawken.
Would the other that still yards just see Adrian run up and just thump against a wall, like that you can't see, but they just need to stop.
That's what Carl sees, but the rest of the party, just watches as you kind of disappear into the darkness, and they stop hearing footprints.
Why do they split off from the party?
I mean, you guys didn't follow.
Should we, Lucius? We should probably go after them. Carl, stay close.
I mean,
Oh, what is that? What am I touching?
As you feel your hand on something hard, like stone, like material, and can tell something's been carved into it, you start to kind of run your hand around it, and you can feel what looks to be like some sort of like feet or like shoe. And as you start to run your hand up further and further, you start to see, you start to feel the legs and then the connection. You're pretty sure this is a humanoid sarcophagus, and they were definitely wearing something pretty unique. As you can feel the imprints of their clothing in the design.
There is a body. I can't see, but I can feel. Is this an illusion of some kind?
Interesting. Okay. So
can
you
I
can
cast augury?
Give me a sec. You want to cast augury. One moment to pull up the exact description. Wait, why are you wanting to cast augury? Please explain.
Why I want to cast augury?
Yes.
To be fair, I kind of just want to see if going just straight in this direction, or if I should turn back, really. Or if, going the direction I'm going now, what will it result?
Is this way good, bad?
As you cast this, suddenly standing in front of you, the spell immediately doesn't go off, but suddenly standing in front of you, you see, almost clear as day, a slightly bioluminescent high elf that you immediately recognize as the headmaster standing in front of you in this pitch dark cave.
I see you have found us.
Yeah. I found you a hot minute ago. It was just kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah,
Not
no,
gonna
I
lie.
get that. I would have done the same thing.
You all do know you've been traveling in circles, correct?
Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was some stupid shit like that.
I'll just wave my hand and dispel it.
As you dispel it, all of you suddenly see, as the darkness dissipates around you, the imagery of the sarcophagi comes into its truer form, and you see the hanging skeletons that each have some sort of string that connects to the ceiling, as they seem to kind of dance about side to side. For the rest of you in that single room, as you look about, not seeing Hawken as the magic dissipates, you also notice a very young-looking high elf with very simple, long green, mossy-looking hair, wearing kind of what looks to be really crude leather that's been patched with like pieces of moss and wood, and them carrying a gnarled root of a staff. And they look at you guys as they suddenly seem surprised and go, that's not supposed to happen.
Is that so?
Shit. Bye! And he snaps his fingers and teleports.
I'll
God damn it.
counterspell that.
Suddenly you all feel, as you all see suddenly a spell go off coming from a wall. And you see the elf suddenly's teleportation circle dissipate around them, and they go,
I want to tackle him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm going to
whoa,
restrain him
whoa,
as
whoa.
well.
Oh, hold on.
Gotta keep him from running.
No
I mean,
escape.
you did dispel the
Trust me.
teleportation circle.
That won't keep him from running.
Well, he might have more.
Look, Wolf, what if Adrian just wants a hug?
yeah.
He's scared.
Wait, there's a powerful... Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, hold up. Because you see him start to back up towards the one of the other hallways as suddenly Hawken and the headmaster come walking through a solid rock wall.
Come here, little kitty.
Excuse me, Mr. the Forgotten.
Yeah?
What business is it you have with these people?
Nothing, good sir. I apologize. It was an accident. They popped in my lair. I was just trying to get them out.
Oh. Y'all popped in his lair.
Teleportation went bad. I do apologize. This wasn't our intended destination.
This isn't Oventio?
No! Adventia, you think my ass would last in Ovent? I wouldn't make it past the first floor.
Well, I've never been, so how was I supposed to know?
Whoa, DM, the first floor guy is very nice.
This guy doesn't know that. I'm so sorry. As he looks to the headmaster, he looks over to the rest of them and goes, "Sir, I'm very. I apologize. I did not intend. I didn't know they were yours."
Young man, trust me, you are at no fault here.
Oh, thank
They
God.
came to your territory, and you were just having a little fun.
Yeah, I understand that. That's completely
Yeah, I
understandable.
mean, you didn't harm any of us. I just touched a thing that wasn't there. That
None of the
Figure,
rest
like,
of you
shrugs.
notice, but Headmaster, you feel the magic of the acid pit that Sigrun was about to step into suddenly dissipates.
Yeah.
shit.
He goes, yeah, didn't mean to harm you in the slightest. Can you please leave?
I mean, yeah.
I'm very happy to be
King
down
Hawk.
here and away from you lot.
In your treasury, do you have enough to make it worth this gentleman's time for stumbling into his living space unannounced?
If you just leave, I don't really, honestly.
No, I insist.
No, seriously, I do not want to owe anything. I
How
feel it's
much?
fine.
How much
you
do you
sure,
need?
young
I
man?
could probably pay
Are
out
you
of pocket
positive?
a little bit.
Fully, I am. I did not know they were yours. Otherwise, I would have never messed with them. I fully will. No harm, no foul. They did not cause any problems. They may leave of their own accord without payment. Please, please.
I'll just kind of like walk over to him, put my hand on his shoulder.
He immediately shrinks down, trying to get away from your hand.
Listen,
Yes,
we're going to forget about this.
sounds great.
But
Please no.
in the future,
Uh,
when I do call on you, and I will,
I'd
you will
rather
remember my kindness.
Kindness, this is a threat. You are shaking me down. I may not be able to do anything about it, but don't try and sweep me over with these words. I am no imbecile like these young immortals.
You say you're no imbecile, and yet you speak out against my
Fair point.
very,
Suddenly shuts up.
very thinly veiled threat. Good.
Yep.
So we have an agreement.
He ignores Adrian's hug and goes,
Oh.
do I have it? I don't have a choice in the matter, so sure.
Good. I'm going to hold you to that magically.
Yeah, I imagine so. Now, the leaving part? Please?
King Hawken,
Yes.
it's time we away.
All right.
You call... What? And the elf looks very confused.
You shut your damn mouth.
Alright. He turns and goes, you know what? No. I
And
like
you
it.
won't speak of this, will you?
To who? Have you seen any? Do you see any bloody hair? You're the first creatures I've seen in 100 years.
There might be like rats or something down here. You never
Yes,
know.
they're
Walls of ears.
undead. Well, technically not undead, but they're corpses.
All right. We've had enough of this one. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. As
What's the destination?
By the way, how's the capital doing when you left to
doesn't
acquire
even.
just
I won't lie, I didn't really look.
Mm-hmm.
well, shit was going down, so I think it's back to the capital.
All right. I'll bring us back.
As the party lands right back in front of the entrance to the castle, or the stronghold itself of Eagle View, the two guards cleaning up the corpses. That is where we're gonna end session today.
I feel like we got like something done, but nothing done at the same time.
Yeah, that's what
Famous
I was
last
just
words.
thinking.
A lot of things happened, and nothing happened.